Hey y'all, happy Monday. So let's get into it and talk about it. We're gonna talk about dates. Holy shit. Okay. Mrs. M, thank you so much for becoming a member and the gifted memberships. That is extremely kind. Thank you so much. All right, we got to talk about this because yesterday when we were going through the exhibits and we came across, it's delayed. I can tell by the hand how my hands are twitching. If it starts doing really goofy, let me know and I'll bump out and come back in. You guys can't hear me? Can you hear me? Cranky says muted. Okay, let's roll the intro and then we're gonna get into it because we got some dates to talk about in September. I've got questions. All right, y'all, we got a lot to talk about. So let me say a quick hello really quick, and then we're going to just roll because I've been sitting here and I'm racking my brain and I just can't. I can't. Oh, I got so much to tell you guys. Hey, Pika, Miss M, again, thank you for becoming a member. Music City Mom, hello, Lurker, thank you. Beware Marching Band, CLK, Larry, I'm a Puffin. Claus, it's good to see you. Amanda H. Cranky, Sassy Hound, Catherine, L, Roro, Adrian. It's so nice out here. Hey, Janice in accounting. Ree, Marley, Shelly, MK, Hartley, Lee the Bee, Sherry, Slim, Steph. Oh, I hope you feel better, Steph, and everybody else that's sick. Hey, Donna, Chris, Sue, Doxy, MK, I think I said hello to you. Jennifer, Liberty Farmer Sunday, Sue's, Penguin Mama. You're good, Pika, you're good. You know you can do anything you need to. Dazed and Amazed, Sarah Q, Kimberly, Sasha, PJ. You guys are great saying. Note to Self, Emerald Skies, K-Mash, Chris, I hope you're doing better. Hey, Maria, Sheila, Penny for your thoughts, Larry again, Parody Street, Elise, Never Say Never, Aries, Not That Karen, Lip Lock No More, Bartman, Diana. Oh, thank you, Mrs. M. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to film is the motocross. Hey, Pretty in Pink, Chica, Lisa, Ellie, Ellie, we got all of them. Forever Army, Lip Locked, Carla, Crazy B6, Avi. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Suze, Sarah, I think B, Liz, Petty AF, Winnie the Pup, True Love Has Four Paws. Is it 80 in Florida? J is for Justice. Hello. Okay, I'm sitting here racking my brain and I cannot, like, a part of me cannot understand why this is happening. So we talked a little bit yesterday about the exhibits. That's what we were looking at, is exhibits. Well, Granny was live today. I was like, there's something here that's just not clicking. And it has been a struggle for me all along. Like, something does not add up. Why was ATNight brought in? We know that they started communication at the end of August. In September, they started moving it around. But I want to take you guys back. I'm going to shut this off because I'm smoking. I want to take you back to these documents really quick. Now, I'm going to not show everything because of people's private information, but you can see here, this cease and desist from Lesniak was sent on September 16th, 2024. This one is specifically to Barbecue Lady, solely to Barbecue Lady. As you guys know, there is not one in here that even remotely is addressed to Granny. Then there is, again, just because I'm trying not to dox everybody or show it out, then we saw that there's a cease and desist demand to Barbecue. Okay, you'll understand where I'm going here shortly. So I was like, okay, so again, September 16th, right? You're noticing the dates on these. Then let's go further. Then you have this filing in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Now, these are their exhibits. This is page 125 of the 323 pages that were passed around that are supposedly their supporting documentation on this filing in Pennsylvania. So you see here in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Well, let me pop this off so I don't put our address out there. These are not public records because there's nothing on here. So there's nothing, no civil action, no nothing. Now let's go. I'm going to pull this back up. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't put people's information out here. So emergency petition for a preliminary injunction and a temporary restraining order. Comes now, plaintiffs ATNight Media, LLC, Dwayne Dog Chapman, Nik the Hat, Hong Zi, Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, collectively the plaintiffs, by and through undersigned counsel, respectfully move this honorable court for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction against Barbecue. This petition seeks immediate judicial intervention to prevent ongoing and unlawful interference with the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, age 15, and to halt defendants' continued defamatory and obstructive actions that threaten the integrity of the urgent search effort. Okay, then we're going to go on. They say that the court has jurisdiction. The same thing, like, this is the filing. Defendant has engaged in reckless and unlawful actions, including the dissemination of false information, harassment, threats, and interference that may have severely disrupted the search operations. Defendant's actions have caused significant harm, diverted critical resources, and impeded plaintiffs' lawful efforts to locate Sebastian. Does that sound familiar? Now, this is their exhibits, remember. This is their exhibits, and these aren't filed. These were never filed. Okay, and then it goes on to say jurisdiction and venue. The court has jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 USC 1331 as claims arise under federal law, including but not limited to. Venue is proper in the district pursuant as substantial parts of the events giving rise to the claims occurred in this district, and the plaintiffs, including ATNight Media LLC, are based in Pennsylvania. Parties, then it goes on to do the same thing. It's got all of their addresses and stuff, which we're just going to go over. Then it says the court has subject matter jurisdiction over this action and personal jurisdiction over the defendants pursuant to venue lies in this district under blah, 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 factual background. We've seen this all before. It was just added too. Factual background, same thing. There they talk about the September 14th, even though the previous documents show that it was on September 16th. And it says here, on or about September 14th, 2024, defendant was served with a demand to cease and desist, which included a notice stating failure to comply with this demand Within 48 hours of receiving this notice will result in an emergency injunction in federal court to bar you from any further interference until you appear before a federal judge. The time has lapsed, and the defendant has shown neither respect nor any intent to comply with the demand. A true and correct copy of the cease and desist demand is attached here to, incorporated herein as Exhibit A. Defendant's actions include, but are not limited to, dissemination of false information. Defendant has spread false claims about the discovery of evidence. Okay, pay attention to this because this is where we're going. Including unfounded assertions that Sebastian's pants were found without any factual basis. These actions have not only misled the public, but have also caused mass hysteria and obstructed the search efforts, constituting violations under 18 U.S.C. false statements, which penalizes making false or fraudulent statements within the jurisdiction by the federal government. By disseminating false information, the defendant's actions also potentially violate false information and hoaxes, which prohibits conveying false information related to public safety. And then it gives another code, tampering with a witness, victim, or an informant, as these false claims could influence or mislead those involved in an investigation. Has anybody looked at this like this? You want to know what else I learned today? That my PayPal has my legal name on it. When Granny thanked Rebecca, I was like, oh shit. So I've been doxing myself to anybody and everybody that I've sent PayPals to, which I don't really give a shit. I trust Granny with. I mean, I've doxed myself on this platform fully as is, but side note, if you have a PayPal and you send PayPals out, just remember it might be your legal name. And if you're a dumbass like me, you might find out by Granny thanking you and calling you Rebecca. I was like, fuck. Whoops. I don't care. I don't care. As long as it got there, that's all I wanted. I was like, oh, Rebecca would be me. That's my name. Okay. Anyways, side note. Just don't pull a dumbass Becky move on a Monday. Additionally, these actions violate state laws, including 18. Okay, what the fuck is this? And this was not filed. That's my part here. Additionally, these actions violate state laws, including 18 PA CS, false reports to law enforcement authorities in Pennsylvania and Tennessee, further compounding the defendant's liability for causing widespread panic and impeding official proceedings. Again, this is in September, but this was never filed. It's nowhere. Everybody has checked. This was never filed, but they added it to their exhibits to somehow bolster their argument by adding Granny. I don't even understand it. Defendant's incitement of public harassment, including threats against Dwayne Dog Chapman, has forced the postponement of critical travel and coordination necessary for the search. These actions violate interstate communications, which prohibits transmitting threats to injure a person across state lines. And 18 U.S.C. interference with commerce by threats or violence, which criminalizes obstructing commerce through threats or coercion. Furthermore, the defendant's conduct may violate, which addresses harassment, intimidation, or placing individuals under surveillance with the intent to cause substantial emotional distress through electronic communications. Additionally, the defendant's actions could violate state statutes, including Pennsylvania terroristic threats, penalizing threats made to terrorize another or cause. They don't even finish it. They don't even finish their footnotes, you guys. Okay, but put this into concept for a minute. What happened on September 9th? Y'all know. What happened of significance on September 9th? We know, according to the exhibits, that they were in communication with Seth Rogers at the end of August. What happened in September on the 9th? You guys tell me. I know you know. Betty, go out and come back in if your sound's bad. It might just be buffering for you. Betty, court date. Yes. Betty at court. Yes. Okay. Betty was in court. But here they go on. Okay, so this was what they initially, this is in there. Why would they put this in their exhibits? Oh, wait, never mind. The footnotes just conveniently continued on the next page. I can't. I fucking throw away this freaking computer at this point in time. I mean, defendant has incited the public to flood the Pennsylvania Border Patrol and other agencies with false reports, thereby obstructing law enforcement efforts. Like, all of this stuff is the same shit that's in the actual filing, but they added to it with the RICO and racketeering and all the other plaintiffs. That's why they needed Granny in Pennsylvania. But I want to take a walk back so you guys can see what's on here. But why I have a huge problem with this. A huge problem with this being the first thing. Defendant has spread false claims about the discovery of evidence, including unfounded assertions that Sebastian's pants were found without any factual basis. These actions have not only misled the public, but also caused mass hysteria and obstructed the search efforts, constituting violations. Why wouldn't they go after Terry Lynn? Why wouldn't they go after Terry Lynn? If that's the issue here, can anybody explain to me why they wouldn't go after Terry Lynn? Well, let's just go take a little walkie walk back in time. Because at one point in time, Terry Lynn decided to grace people with her presence. And by the way, yes, the freaking pictures that are going around, all of that shit, straight up disgusting. So let's go to September 18th. Again, these filings and the whole fucking cease and desist was like the 16th of September. We know Betty had court on the 9th. Well, let's go over here and look what Terry Lynn and BJ had to say on September 18th. Here you go. Here's the 18th. Okay. Let's take a little look-see-loo at what happens and what is said, because I got stuck down this rabbit hole, so I missed some of Granny's stream earlier today, but I encourage you guys to go check out Granny's stream from earlier. If you would like, if you missed it, you might. None of this makes sense. I'm totally in agreement with the girls. None of this makes sense. And even further than that, hold on. Let me go this far. Let me go over here. I got another video to watch too. But look at this. Why would the E's on September 18th have Lesniak on panel? Why would they be on panel? Lesniak come on panel with Mr. and Mrs. E. And then why is this video now on members only? One Shot, thank you for the gifted memberships. And Britt, thank you for being a member for 2 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for the support. But well, why? Why did they put this on members only? This is the video that Lesniak came on and talked. Hey, Wolfie, the bully's back. I'm back. Back again. Ready to bully. Bully, not my friends. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Okay. And could it have been this? Could it have been because on September 12th, Mr. E actually talks about, hold on, hold please. If you need a fixer for a scandal, you would call Nik the Hat.
And it seems like a lot of what he was doing was booking them for like political rallies for like Hillary Clinton and people like that. And so he's kind of had this hodgepodge foot in both doors of the celebrity world and the political world, and scandalous magazines and tabloids and political magazines and political operative work. I mean, that's kind of what his past has been. And then starting sometime, looks like 2020, the year right on this too.
You know what I find ironic is not only Nik the Hat, but the attorneys he aligns himself with have been involved in some of the fixing, in my terms, of scandals around sexual assault. That's what I find to be really odd. So why would you, as a father of a missing child, involve yourself or sign a contract with a gentleman and attorneys, a company of sorts, their intelligence group, who is known to be involved in fixing scandals for celebrities and other political people of sexual assault allegations? Why would that even correlate to the parent of a missing child? Can anybody tell me? And you can, Sylvester Stallone. Nick was involved in that. He went after the detective that outed that stuff. The Cosby situation. Why? Why would you? This makes zero sense.
Maybe I didn't write down the year on this. Let me pull it up real quick.
War Eagle says Nick is legit.
Yeah, some of you may be familiar with him. I just had no idea. Like
Bumble,
first I'd ever heard of him. ATNight.
You guys can have your opinions and stuff, but please keep it to. I don't want anybody. Again, please call him Seth, but let's not call him a PEDO, because until he's proven guilty in court of law, let's not do that, please. Please and thank you. I get what you guys are saying. I mean, I understand, but again, he's not guilty in a court of law, so there's that. But well, Bumble, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but they're supposedly involved in bringing in misses in my opinion. I'll go to this part. What 21, 22-year-old has anything in common with a 12-year-old? I'll go there. But is that what this is? Is that why he got in alignment? And why was Tony? Like, who connected these people again? Who connected Tony to Nick and Dog? Why? Jennifer Coffendorfer? They both have 2 in their age. That's true. Revival. That's true. Let's play a little bit more of this.
I'm trying to find the year he founded the.
Art Taylor says apparently his company was dissolved. Leanne reported it to the FBI.
Oh, he's had so many. Which company? Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that has had his hand in a lot of different stuff, different magazines, different companies, different agencies. It is almost, he probably couldn't tell you his career history off the top of his head. It's like that complicated. But it's 2021 or 2020 that he started this ATNight private intelligence agency. That's the year that began.
Right. I agree with Crystal. That's not what his role is.
That's not correct.
Yeah.
That's
definitely has. Crystal says he doesn't have to leave the state to do his job. People are searching. Searching isn't his job.
Right.
I don't know why people don't understand that.
As long as you say, Bumble, as long as you say, in your opinion, it could be because, I mean, I don't care. I care about the stuff that you get what I'm saying. We get what you're saying too. I don't know though. He hasn't been, what happened in September that would have caused the need, or at the end of August to cause the need to bring this type of group in though? Anybody?
That's correct.
Yeah. He's a digger is what he is. He's like the guy. He's going to find out stuff. If you've got skeletons in the closet, he's going to find them. That's kind of how he seems to brand himself. He was in the middle of the Jeff Bezos scandal when those salacious pics were sent to a girl or whatever, and he was kind of in the middle of all that in context.
So again, just dates and times. Betty's court is the 9th of September. We know that ATNight had made their presence known, and we're going to start covering the case according to Nick's post on X in September. September 12th, Mr. and Mrs. E go live on September 12th doing a deep dive into who Nick is. Something's fishy here.
Contact with one of those sources. That whole story is actually kind of disputed, so it depends on.
And Bree says, they defend people accused of CSA. Ain't that hard to suss out the why here? Even if we have to pretend we can't count, we can. Thank you for the support. And but is it that? Like, is it really? I don't know.
Whose perspective, but anyway, he was in the middle. He was in the middle of that, and so so I think that's pretty. Let me see if I missed anything else as far as kind of. I just wanted to kind of give you broad strokes on his history, so you kind of got a sense of, what his what his skill set would be. And for me,
He has a certain set of
he has,
skills.
if you want to play it, this would be the time.
Well, here, take a drink of water.
He has a certain set of skills. And then a few days later, they bring on Nik's supposed attorney, Lesniak, which now the video is privated or on their members only on September 18th, 6 days later.
And I'll play.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
I'm sorry. I know that might annoy you guys. That just made me laugh so hard because he loves that movie. He quotes that movie.
Yeah,
So
I think that's his. I mean, that's kind of what he is. He's got a particular set of skills. You need dirt on a person. You need to get information on a situation, and you want to do it through somewhat unorthodox means.
Oh,
Potentially
Sam
up to the
likes it.
edge of legal means.
oh,
This is the guy you want.
Right.
So you can kind of look at that however you like. So
yeah. I'll look at it how I like. How does that correlate to a child being missing? How is that particular skill set going to be beneficial in helping to find a missing child?
So, but it's not an act, is what I guess I'm getting at. This whole he can find things out, he can make things happen. If he can bring scandal
As Granny kept saying this morning, he can get you into the Me Too movement or out of the Me Too movement.
to people like Bezos and
Claims.
representatives in Congress and prisons, then he can certainly root out a little corruption in Sumner County,
Okay.
or find out the skeletons in the closets of whoever he views as the suspects.
Now here's a good one.
Things that they might want hidden. I'll just put it this way.
Crystal,
wouldn't-
sorry, great minds, Crystal.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said it the first
Yes.
first 5 minutes watching his video.
Yes.
I said I know exactly what he's here for, and I said the same exact thing
Yeah.
For
Remind me about.
volunteer.
I'm gonna say something
You're gonna tell a
about-
story
yeah,
about me?
a little bit
about how good I am.
I'll just put it this way. If I had skeletons in the closet, this guy would be about the last person I'd want looking into me. If I had stuff I wanted to hide, this is not the man I'd want on my trail at all. So I would totally get why people might try to throw protective orders and cease and desist and any potential, if they know who he is, if they understand what they're dealing with.
Nothing that has happened. Nobody's served Nik with any of that stuff, to my knowledge.
Then they might feel like, people might feel like whatever it takes to slow him down. But yes, so this is what Mrs. E said
Oh,
at the beginning. Well, let me read this real quick.
I'm just throwing up comments because you are not acknowledging a lot of them, so I'm just throwing them up there
Okay.
to acknowledge.
Oh, I got you. Right when we first saw his YouTube, Mrs. E right away was saying, "Oh, okay." After she watched a video or so,
I watched about
Didn't take
5
long.
minutes of it.
yeah, and she said, "I get it." What his job, he's got a job, and his job is to get under their skin,
Oh,
and that's what he's doing. Dog will have his role. The investigators.
so Nik's job is to get under the parents of a missing child's skin. How does that make any bit of sense? How does that make any bit of sense? Yeah, Red Flats, it's up. It's up right now. This is called Who is Nik the Hat? The Search for Sebastian Rogers, Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'm just giving you a little background into why September bothers me. Something about September bothers me. And you can we'll look at some of these exhibits further too, because you can see Granny is not in any of this stuff at all. And then magically, whoop, there she is, added to, and all these additional plaintiffs that were added in.
The people on the ground, they'll have their role. Nik's role is to agitate. And
I said he's a pain
and,
agent.
and at that point she was like, expressed her understanding of this whole situation. And then I basically went and did hours of research to see what was really going on here. And basically I could have just saved myself a whole lot of time if I just went with her instinct. Because that's essentially, I think, what we're dealing with.
Oh.
But what I know people are going to say is, can we trust what Nik says? Like, if you're watching his live, can we trust him?
Sort of like Geraldo.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is sort of like Geraldo. This is I don't know, there's got to be a word for it. Is it muckraker or something like that?
I think that's a good word.
He's just one of those guys that's going to get the filth, the dirt on you, and he's going to talk to the shady characters. And you got to think too, this guy's life experience. He's got contacts in the celebrity circles. He's got contacts in politics. A lot of the people he's worked with over the years, for kind of weird, are a lot of DAs and a lot of judges. So he's got a lot of like judicial world connections. So this guy knows a lot of people. I would not have guessed this history just based on the
I'm
first few
telling
videos.
you, look at this. That just made me think of
He's
something
a wrecking
else.
ball. C-Star says he's a wrecking ball. I think he is. And I think it's been
I
working.
really like that song.
I think what he's doing.
Why do you need a wrecking ball when a child is missing? Why do you need a wrecking ball when a child is missing?
Is working. I think he's got people scared right now. Now, so as far as, can you trust? Okay. The way I will view.
See, you guys are smarties. You guys are smarties.
We weren't even going to say.
We weren't even going to say this. No.
So. Well, okay.
No, it's okay. Let's keep going.
Oh, was this a joke? Wrecking ball is perfect.
No.
And that is also where the rumor that the Cyrus family was the one that paid the retainer for ATNight information. Or excuse me, I'm trying to put the cup lid on. That's where the rumor started about the Cyrus family paying the retainer for ATNight Media. Oh, this is just so fucking much. Yeah, Jay, that's true. Well, another thing too. So back into, if we look at the filing or the exhibits of this filing, another thing of notice, not only is barbecue in here, but the same thing, like they talk about, there is also exhibit 27. Nope, keep going. Exhibit 28 is to Cluminati from September 17th. Here's this. I'm not going to show you, like you can see it's, there is, I mean, that's who they were trying to reach out to then. So we go from them having cease and desist to Clue, which Clue got one in the first round from Seth. So why the need for a second one on September 17th? And then it goes on to show that there's another one. And from what I've understood, Clue has said she has never gotten this second one. But there's another, like, this is the date of it. I'm not going to go down because it's got her full legal name and her address. But so Clue and barbecue, it doesn't make sense. And like we talked about yesterday, in this, the cease and desist, it says, based on information and belief, you are related to Christopher and Katie Proudfoot, with Katie being Sebastian's mother and Chris his stepfather. It is our understanding that you have taken it upon yourself to spearhead a malicious and baseless smear campaign on social media aimed at furthering your family's unfounded conspiracy theories regarding Sebastian's disappearance. Your actions have crossed far beyond the realm of lawful expression. You have made defamatory statements, including falsely accusing our clients of being an R-ist and issuing threats that go beyond mere insults. This behavior is not just reckless, it is illegal. You have also made racially charged remarks against Mr. Hong, compounding your liability and demonstrating a willful disregard for the truth and the law. You have encouraged the public to flood tip lines with false information, directly obstructing efforts to locate Sebastian. Your behavior has wasted valuable time and resources that should be focused on finding a missing child, not defending against your baseless attacks. The scope and impact of your actions. Again, I remind you, none of this was supposedly sent. Sophia, thank you for the gifted membership. Alma, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And Bree says, Exhibit 15 here, saying at this point, I'm honestly flirting with thinking about, suspecting about, ruminating about, speculating that there was never a kid named, that he was never even real. This is nuts. All of this is, I can understand why people are starting to like, I do believe Sebastian is very real, but I can understand why it just, none of this makes sense. It doesn't. And thank you again for the support, but this does not add up. So there's a cease and desist to Clue. And then there's actually the same filing. Let me show you guys that. And again, not filed. September again. So how do we go from them sending cease and desist to Barbecue and Cluminati, all of these filings and all this shit in September, to Granny getting added? I mean, we know that they needed her for Janice. I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember. Probably in September, if I remember correctly. I'll have to go, hold on, give me a minute. Let me pull this up. And you guys see, though, here's, and here's the same type of filing. Let me show you guys here. So this is the filing that they were supposedly saying that they were going to present in court against Clue. The same exact shit. So they came in. It just doesn't make fucking sense. None of it makes any bit of sense. And these, just to remind you guys too, are not signed. They're not signed. But check this out. So on these, and they're not filed anywhere that we can find. But look what's here. Counsel for the plaintiffs. Counsel for Mr. Chapman and Mr. Hat, Honorable Bruce Castor. Oh, Wolfie, what was I supposed to change it to? I forgot by now. I forgot. I'll change it to asshole. Oh, some things just make me scratch my fucking head. Okay, let's go back to this. Give me a second. I got another stream, though, that I want to play for you guys that's really concerning to me and ironic. Well, cheesy, that's what I'm having the hardest time with, is how can an attorney sign their name to this? An attorney that was willing to go on live stream. An attorney that was willing on the 18th of September, after filing this shit, to go and do a live stream on Mr. and Mrs. E. I think Granny has probably some, I wonder, I bet she would let me play her video and we could probably find where Lesniak went on the E's panel. I don't know if I played it or not, to be honest. But why? Why? None of this makes sense.
Oh,
Was that a hint?
I was saying I really like that song.
mm-hmm.
It's just
That's hers, right? Miley? Wrecking Ball?
yes.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys are
funny.
smarties because
Yeah.
you're
Well,
I
look at you.
kind of put it together pretty quickly.
We weren't even sure we were going to mention that or not. Okay, so we will, I guess, talk about it.
Let's see.
Well, I'm just okay.
It's a
Can I
theory.
let me handle this?
Okay.
All right. So when I said, what I thought Nik was up to, I said, okay, so who could have put up, who has the means and the connections to get this company involved? And
Well, to know about the
who,
company.
the means being a $500,000 retainer.
Mm.
Well, if you guys remember who reached out to the Lore Lodge, which was the brother of Miley Cyrus. Now, this is just me, speculating. So please, total theory speculation. But I thought that they would definitely have, that family would definitely have the means to be able to do that. And they seem very interested in this case. However, Mr. E pointed out that we have tons of celebrities and people with the means that live around here. So it could be somebody completely different that has the means.
Can I insert my personal opinion here really quick? this is just take it for what it is. But ha, Wolfie, Wolfie's over here stirring the shit. By the way, give Wolfie a round of applause today because she'll get you guys riled up in the chat and it's quite fun. We enjoy it. So if you guys don't know, she definitely has been put through the ringer by BJ, but she's in here amping y'all up. So nobody get pissed at her. We're a bunch of bullies and we're just gonna sit with it. Yeah, I'm just fucking irritated
or whatever. It was just
I'm like, I am sitting here like short circuiting. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed about this shit. Wolfie is only trouble with
a thought that it was possible.
I think they've lived in Hendersonville at one point. I don't know if they still have.
We just thought it was a possibility, but whoever it is wants to remain anonymous.
Oh, my personal opinion is I don't think anybody paid a dime for them to get involved. I do not. You know, Lee the Bee, I question that. Would you? I don't know. I think, how can you say all these things outwardly and then make it make sense that this is the company that you sign a contract with to represent you with a child missing? It doesn't, none of it makes sense, but they are political aligning. So maybe they do. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
So their name would be out there.
You guys tell me what you think. Do you think the E's believe all this shit that they're pushing?
But it was just kind of, it's funny that I'm seeing people come to the same conclusions I did. So that, I thought that was kind of fun.
And he does know a lot of Uber celebrities. I mean, like the Taylor Swift and
Selena Gomez.
I don't believe anybody paid him.
Well, Selena Gomez is definitely into, you know, her TV shows are a mystery.
So that's where the rumor of Miley Cyrus paying that came from, was the E's.
So
yeah. And I guess what I was reading is that Selena Gomez and him became friends when they were teenagers, and they have been ever since. And that may have helped them kind of get an in with some of the celebrity crowd or
Selena Gomez.
Bree, let me tell you my opinion on that. So first of all, I don't think it's the Idaho 4 videos. Truthfully, I personally do not find it to be the Idaho 4 victims. And let me explain why. Because that photo originated and was tampered with from a person by the name of Gracie. Then it went to Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives, who are both aligned with Terry Lynn. That is also a concern because Terry Lynn is going to be in the upcoming clip that we're going to talk about. But what Betty showed and how she slipped up, do you really think that these people trust or know Betty to send all 13 photos or whatever it was to her, the entire file? Do you think these people came from Terry Lynn's camp? Terry Lynn and Betty are on and off, but Betty has trashed Terry Lynn. So I personally do not believe that it's the Idaho. It could be any picture that they twisted and turned to make look like that. I don't think it's the Idaho 4 victims. That's my own personal opinions on it, because what Betty showed was multiple images from her photo gallery or whatever. I don't think that it's the Idaho. And it started with this Gracie. So how Betty would have got that entire file, I'm not sure. I didn't. I do. I love her. You think Betty added additional layers, Bree? That could be. That could definitely be. But it initiated with that Gracie. Yeah, I don't think it's those in there. I think it's just. But that's just me. You guys know that I'm like very simple. I could be wrong. I don't know all the digital forensics and shit like that. However, I know that was bullshit from jump. They've been trying to do this with the audio. They've been trying to do this with photos for months and months and months. But again, we got to go back to the source. Betty wasn't the source of this. So Betty's getting the attention of it. And so is Spanky. But it started with this Gracie chick. And those are all Terry Lynn's camp.
But it was just a theory, so don't go running around telling everybody that, you know, that's the case. I'm just saying.
I just read an article about her.
I don't know. It's a working theory. Let me just put it that way.
It's a possibility.
I just read an article about
everything's a possibility.
But it could certainly.
I do not believe it's real in any way, shape, or form. And let me say this too: if it was real, let's just go on a whim here and say that it had some sort of credibility to it, which I do not believe in any. It doesn't. It would have been released months and months ago. Let's be honest here. Like, come on now, people. These people are ridiculous. But if that was a real photo, and let's say that Sebastian was being held by somebody, let's just think about how releasing information like that could put a missing child or somebody in danger. This is things that, if it was real or had any validity to it, should go to law enforcement and stay with law enforcement. Let's say they were building a circumstantial case against somebody, and that was one of their big pieces of evidence. Releasing it publicly, I mean, it's just fucking, it's negligent all around.
It be anyone else. So
Stupid.
I just read an article about Selena Gomez last
There's
week.
so many people that live here and that are touched by this, by Sebastian missing, that I think that it could be a lot of people, but that there's just a lot of
Again, I don't believe that anybody paid them any type of major retainer like they claim.
coincidences, with the reaching out, and we just
the timing.
the
Like, they
timing,
did
the
whole Laura
timing.
Lodge series,
Mhm.
and then he said he was going to submit it to the FBI. And 2 or 3 weeks later, the FBI does the reward.
Right.
And then a few days later,
Right.
On the 6-month anniversary of Sebastian being missing, the FBI came out and offered up to a $50,000 reward. And that is the only reward that is active or needs any type of talking about, because that's the only reward we know is real, is from the FBI.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, ATNight's all on
You notice how he threw Laura Lodge in there, though?
board,
Right.
with celebrity connections, and
Right. And they
Bye.
were
You know who Betty's given credit to having into Laura Lodge? The Petito family.
for the elite.
And,
Did you hear? Did you hear me?
Or
Can
the
you guys
elite.
hear me?
I mean, we can show. Where is it on here? Is it on the
Hey,
at night?
Guys,
site?
can you hear me?
No. Well,
No, it's okay. We'll
We can watch more of that in a minute. I want to go over here, though. I want to go here. So I'm going to take you to BJ's stream from September 18th. When Terry Lynn comes on panel. Don't we all just want Sebastian found, is the title of this.
Hey, Terry Lynn.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
That's not.
All right, who's ringing? Am I ringing?
I don't know who's ringing. Is it me? No.
I don't think it's me.
I just did that when I was muted. Red Flats, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the cabana.
Neil,
Is it me?
no.
I'm not ringing.
Was that me ringing?
I'm not ringing.
Somebody's messing.
Your bell has been rung a few times, I think. Okay, let's speed this shit up.
It's okay. We don't hear it now.
Yeah, we're good. All right. We're good.
How are you, Miss Terry Lynn?
I'm good. I mean, I'm okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm Terry. I'm here. It's been a absent time so far.
Are you seeing what's been going on?
I've tried not to see a lot of that stuff. I mean, like I said Sunday, if anybody heard Saturday and Sunday, I mean, you have to eat crow sometimes. When you're wrong, you're wrong.
So have I, Mrs. In my
And I had to say I was wrong. But,
pay close,
however everybody feels, it's up to them.
pay close attention to this upcoming. This is really weird to me. Again, September 18th. Okay, we've seen the cease and desist. We've seen what's presented in the exhibits. We know that Mr. E did the segment on who is Nik the Hat. Then he had Lesniak on. Betty's court date was September 9th. Then this bullshit. And this gets ironic and deep as shit.
Them, but
I
I
get
eat
it.
the crow, and sometimes we have to eat that stuff. It doesn't taste good. It sucks, but
I had to
you're
eat
wrong.
crow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say that. Listen, Tony's not that bad of a person. I have to be honest. He's not. He's giving advice that I've listened to, and I did take it. You don't watch everything.
Tony's not that bad of a person.
Don't do it.
Hmm.
It's the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your own everything. And I do want to say that that crow didn't taste good. It was nasty. Okay, that shit was gross. Okay, I don't like crow. I'll never eat that shit again. Y'all hear me? Ever again? Will I eat that? I think I'll probably have to eat it some more times in my life, to be honest.
Oh, awesome.
Well, Terry, it's kind of like once you had it once, you don't want it again.
No, I
Right?
don't want it again. Y'all can have that damn crow. I don't want it no more. But I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong, and
Well,
I can
yeah.
say that. That's just the difference in some people. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And in
It,
doing all
it
that,
wasn't your fault, honey. You got
Well, yeah,
you
I
got
mean-
the knickered in.
well,
you
still,
know?
you have to own it. You just have to own that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And knowing the things that, and I know that there are and have been some allegations that are disgusting, and downright just sick that people even contemplate. And I just want this to be really short and sweet. And I will say that.
By the way, that's not me making noise. They're fumbling over there with something.
And I want Miss Betty to know this as well. I will be meeting and signing. From what I did get to hear that day, and that was the location of her place being given out to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
to do with whatever they may. It puts somebody at risk, the same as it would put me at risk if it was done to me.
You'll be signing what? For who? What are you going to be signing for what? For who? What? What are you going to sign? Because Tony's not such a bad
And I
guy.
will be doing that. I will be signing.
It was my chair. It was.
I will.
Signing
Because no
what?
one deserves that. No one deserves to be bullied on the platform. No one. This is for everybody.
Yep.
And this has got to stop. And there's only one way to stop it, and that's head on.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't, and I want to make this abundantly clear.
Oh, please do.
Terry Lynn and I have not talked
Oh.
I have not spoke to you at all, to be honest, at all. I've not spoken
at
to.
all. I
I
haven't
don't
heard.
think any of y'all up here. I've not. I haven't really spoke to anybody much, to be honest. No one.
Oh, really? You haven't spoke to her again? Just September 18th. Hold on. Hold the phone. She actually did speak to her previously to this on a live stream. Dated, well, here, let me just show you. September 10th. Should be on your screen right now so you can see September 10th. So they were on a live stream together. Granted, in a phone call, no, but
Because I haven't really, I don't, everybody's going to have their feelings about people they are. And I will say this, Crabtree is out there searching, no matter what anybody's got to say. I know people are going to have their feelings about that. Listen, I'm one,
yes, Ro, they do.
I
They all
can't
lie.
I don't like mean girls, but I just hope that can be squashed. But
Also, a pretty please favor, pay attention to the team members that are present during this live stream when Terry Lynn comes on panel and what their comments are pinned.
but it's none of my business, so I'm going to stay out of that part of it. That's between anybody, the others. But a location right there is, as a female, don't ever do that. Don't ever give
right.
that. Okay. And so I have to say that, and this shouldn't be about a team this, a team that. Okay. It shouldn't be. This should be about, let's do the right thing. Damn it. Let's find this. This is fun, Sebastian.
I agree. So Tony
That's
Chris Proud.
now?
Tony says CP gave the whole group Betty's location and vehicle type the
electric
night
car. Yeah.
before court and told them to harass her.
Electric car.
Y'all.
Not down to the red roof. I'm just going to say it like that. And I'm going to leave it there. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Where's the proof of that, Tony Mathis? Where's the proof of that? And wasn't this after you sent BHB? In fact, I know it was a Venmo for beating up the B socks and at $50 for her steak.
And is barbecue lady just going along with this crap? Like she's just
Listen, I've got so much that has been sent to me and given to me that I've had to deal with and continuing to deal with that I'm shook still by this shit. If you heard it.
So this is 2 days after the supposed cease and desist to barbecue lady. A day after the supposed one that's in the exhibits that they said was sent to Clue.
You know, mean is mean, and this is just wrong.
yeah, it is.
And, I will say that Stephen Crabtree wasn't involved in that stuff on that, and that's the truth. I'm not going to lie for anybody, and he wasn't on that one. And I think that he's being manipulated by mean girls.
Oh,
and I have to stand that. I have to stand on that because I like I said it.
Hey, Kay.
Everybody has a feeling about how they feel about people, and I'm going to leave that on that right there.
I think a lot of people.
I think he was pulled into some shit, and I do.
By the way, welcome to the stream. I should have titled Delusional Ramblings, Incoherent Ramblings, by the team. Because if you can understand half of what she says, she just makes noises. She just says things to say things, Terry Lynn. And BJ just goes along with it like she can even understand what the fuck she's saying. At least she's aware.
And but I don't hold that. I can't hold hatred. I don't. But I will when it's mean girls like this right here.
There's quite a
Some
few
things that I know though.
Again, just a reminder, because the more and more I get into this, and some of you don't like me saying this, but guess who wasn't involved in any of this shit and has never been to Tennessee? Granny. Again, pull away from this shit and tell me how Granny wasn't just used for the fact that she is in Pennsylvania and needed for the RICO and racketeering bullshit. Tell me again, because nothing in their filing, we've gone through it like over and over again. Nothing in their filing is any different than a lot of creators, except her location was in Pennsylvania.
Y'all can say it's her mental health. No, it's not my mental health. But I know that some bullying has gone on with some folks like that. And I will not sit down and take that anyway. And so if y'all want to continue to say that I have him in the trunk of my car, meaning Sebastian, continue. If you all want to continue to slander myself and Seth, continue, because it's not going to end well. It won't. I've had to take action, and I'm not going to stop because I did not know Seth before this child went missing.
You had to take action. What?
I've not returned to a scene of a crime that allegedly we committed, and I would never put a child in my trunk. Y'all need help.
So I want to say this to Barbecue Girl. To answer your question that you were asking last night, I think it was you were asking, or to comment on what you were saying about how you've done nothing except for, discuss a case. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Discussing a case and sharing theories and opinions are one thing, but when you point the finger and blame somebody, you accuse Terry Lynn of hiding pants that you said 100% factually was Sebastian's old pairs of pants from.
And guess who's not a plaintiff in the filing? Terry Lynn.
When he was younger. And you accused Terry Lynn and Seth. You accused Seth of giving Terry Lynn those pants.
That's a lie. I never found glasses. None of this shit that they said I've done.
You can't do stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you another thing, too. I want y'all to really listen to this because I have not spoken a word to Terry Lynn.
Guess who else hasn't ever made a declaration in this filing? Terry Lynn. Guess what we saw in the exhibits over here? Something about the pants being found and disseminating that information. What are we trying to cover up here?
Since the last time she was on my live, and she's come to the same conclusion that I have. I believe that there has been a narrative. Oh, I'm sorry, Emmy. I see you. I wasn't even looking. I was
just for shits and giggles. Let me do this one more time because I love to be this fucking bitch, as you guys all know. September 10th, 2024, 8 days previous to this, she was on your stream. I would consider that speaking to, but maybe we live in different worlds. Actually, we do live in different worlds. I live in reality. You live in a fucking bubble.
Over here coloring.
That's cut off.
There has been a narrative from the moment that Seth Rogers come out and said the day that he went off on Trevor Lee and announced Tony as his spokesperson, the narrative was set in place to turn everybody against Tony Mathis.
Oh, was it? Because we've heard you calling him Phony Tony. Seemed to work on you.
And if you really look, and I told Tony this myself.
Oh.
I can't see where the man has used Seth for money. I cannot see where the man has used him for any notoriety.
He hasn't. And I'm eating my crow with, I'm agreeing with you. It's the truth. I had to eat that shit, man. I had to eat, I'm eating that shit.
Tony's not a bad guy, y'all. He's really not. People, this community, we have just went along with what others were saying.
Oh, really? Fucking things that blow my mind for 1,000, Alex. As I was listening to Granny today, I was going to find dates and things, and I stumbled upon this and was like, what the fuck, ma'am? What is this shit? again, I remind you, in those cease and desist and those alleged filings that are part of the exhibits, BJ isn't a plaintiff at that time. It was solely against barbecue. A month before this, she was calling Tony phony Tony. Huh.
Instead of actually, I'm upset at myself
If you continue to evoke the devil over here, we're going to have words again.
because I didn't
I'm just joking.
use my God-given ability to critically think.
Oh,
And I just went along with what the crowd said. And I'm
the fuck? Hold the phone. We got to back this all up. We got to back it up, Terry, because the fuck, ma'am, and you're doing that even more today. Going along with this to me is the moment when the green team went light bulb moment. She is the perfect fit for our plan, whatever the fuck it is.
we have just went along with what others were saying instead of actually, I'm upset at myself because I didn't use my God-given ability to critically think. And I just went along with what the crowd said.
Oh,
And I'm telling y'all, think about it. What has he really done?
Nothing. He
What
has
is
not.
he
He
really
has
fighting
spent money. I'll say that he has spent money out of his own pocket. He hasn't taken a dime. And I have
Hey,
to say
Britt.
that's just the
Sorry.
truth. I've had that time, and I don't have. I'm going to be honest. I don't have beef with Stephen. I don't. He has intentions, but like I said, that's not my fight. I would love to see them squash this and let's do this because I know that he has intentions. I think that he's been misled by some people and he's allowed some things to get in the way at times. I get it, but I'm a woman. They're men. I've got to let them fight that fight.
Yeah.
I just do. But I will say that, I mean, I have to respect somebody that has actually searched and searched and searched. And everybody has a right to how they feel.
Yeah, for sure.
They do.
I mean, I don't necessarily care for the guy, but I don't fault you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't fault you for being friends with him.
I mean, I guess everybody's wired differently. Our hearts are wired differently.
I just hope he apologized to you because he was.
He actually did.
Okay.
He did. And I think that he's been influenced. And sometimes people can be easily misled. And I wish to God that they could have a talk. I do. But that's not my fight. It's not. I'm here, hopefully, for what everybody else is for. And that is to find this child and let's get this child found. That's what is really the biggest focus right here.
Is it though? Is it? Because it seems like that hasn't been the focus from week one, if we're being honest here. And again, can you tell me why these filings are added as exhibits, but they were never filed in court? Why these cease and desist, one of them we know got there, the other one didn't, and they had already sent a cease and desist Seth had to Cluminati before. Why were these filings against Clue and Barbecue never filed? And why are they being used as exhibits in a filing that doesn't include Clue but has grant? How does any of this add up?
Here. And I think sometimes our hearts do get in the way of things and we let our hearts lead us. And I am easily led by my heart.
Yeah.
I really am. That's my biggest downfall of all is I let my heart judge everything. And it makes me so mad. But I'm never going to change that because to damn change that would change Terry. And you know what? People can dislike me and they can even say they hate me, and that's fine. They can hate the hell out of me. I don't care. I'm not here to be loved by everybody. But I'm going to, right is right, right is right, wrong is wrong. And I will be speaking to Mr. Frizzell, and I know him personally. I do. I've known him. He probably won't remember me, but I do know him personally.
Brittany, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're being
So, ma'am, you were going to go speak to BHB's attorney? For what? To help BHB? Why would that be needed? BHB got herself in a pickle with the parents because of her harassing and stalking of the parents and the grandparents of Sebastian. Why would you be needing to contact? What is that? You're supposedly searching for the missing child. Huh? And you notice who else is pinned right there? Right there on your screen right here? Karen. You know who is a part of that private Facebook group and has been next to Seth for all along? Karen. You know when that Facebook group was made? February 27th, the private locals Seth's group on Facebook. Huh. So many things that don't make sense.
Being told by IC Bama to check your email, please.
Okay, I'm grabbing it. I'm looking now. Thank you. No, I'm glad to hear this because I don't know if you guys have noticed it, chat, but I feel like there's a turnaround. You know, like I'm not saying that everybody's going to hop on board with us, but let's just look at it for what it is right now. You got Mr. and Mrs. E. You got me. You have Justin. You have Terry Lynn. You have Mandy. I know Mandy's on board. There's so many channels. I don't want to even keep naming them and not get all of them. But there's so many that are coming together and pulling for the right cause. You know,
That's the right reason. And that's the other
Right
thing. When I did that search, Brittany, I don't know if y'all watched. I let
Yes, Karen is Jaden's mom. Yes.
no parent be spoke on at all. I let the parents, those parents, let's this be about Sebastian. Let's light this shit up in green.
yeah. And
Because
Lolly,
he needs to be found. We
Yeah.
gotta find. That's the biggest thing right here that people are losing the perspective of, and I need that brought back.
Yep.
Because why are we even here?
exactly. I don't want to not to sit here and like I think
No.
all of us got caught up. And I
No.
just want to make sure because I don't want to leave them out. Lolly with Beautifully Broken, she has done an incredible job with her coverage on Sebastian as well. And I want to make sure that everybody make sure that you are subbed up to these channels. Silver's on the Scene, Lolly, Share. We have Mandy with Spirit Seeker Squad, Justin with Clutch Those Pearls. And if there's anybody else in chat, drop your name because I don't want to make sure that I don't forget anybody. But yet, I think Hindsight's been putting videos out.
Yeah, if we just got to do better. If we
Yeah,
can keep it to perspective of who's really missing here, who doesn't have a voice. And that's
Exactly.
Sebastian.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why I said everybody was invited. You know what? People, and they're still going to gripe and moan about that stuff, right? They still did. It wasn't a private search, y'all. It wasn't. We had people that flew in. People flew in here. And I am thankful. And they know who they are. I'm not going to call them all out. They know who they are. And we had a damn good search. We really did. And together is the only way you're going to be able to do this. Because we're losing the perspective of this is about this child.
Yep.
Stop the other stuff. Let them fight hard. I don't care. But stop the slander too. That's what is going to stop.
oh, is it?
Yep. I
Oh.
agree with that.
Yep. Let's have
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
for Sebastian.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the only, I mean, it's
so respect for Sebastian would be signing up for a filing to use the missing child's name in a frivolous filing in Pennsylvania. That's respect, Nana? Okay. All right.
the only right thing to do.
Mhm.
I mean, when you have a divided line and you're not on board with the right thing,
Silvers is still around, Jay. He's been pretty quiet.
that's
lately, though.
him. That's Sebastian. That's who this is about. It's Sebastian. And we're supposed to be out there and breaking our necks for him.
Subaru Steve is still around. He's doing his show every Tuesday. We have like 5 to catch up on. Kyle's got 5 to do to catch up on him. And you guys know how that goes. It's FU Steve every 5 minutes. So we'll be reviewing. I'll let Kyle have at it.
Or I don't even know why I'm even here.
Right. Right. Well, Trooper's mom, don't be offended. That's why I said drop the names, love. I'm on the spot, so it's not any. I'm not taking away from any of them either. Josh from the Lab is incredible. He's one of my favorite channels. He's one of my top 5. John Q, the same. Silver's on the Scene, all of them, every one of them. Any channel that supports the cause of Sebastian and bringing him home and doing what's right, I stand with them. Laura,
And that's what
Lodge,
we're supposed to do. I mean, we got to do that. That's what he. I mean, there's so. And I'm telling you, this Saint Sebastian. I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's going to be a household name one day for a reason.
Yep.
Because no child has touched a heart like this kid has. And people can.
Did she say Saint Sebastian? Please tell me I heard that wrong. I gotta hear this again. Sorry, you guys. I gotta go to regular speed. Maybe the CC. She's so hard to understand.
One day for a reason.
yeah.
Let me go
Yeah.
further.
Because no child has touched a.
Sorry, I gotta go back a little bit further because I swear that's what I heard, but
Every one of them. Any channel that supports the cause of Sebastian and bringing him home and doing what's right, I stand with them. Lord,
And that's what
live.
we're supposed to do. I mean, we gotta do that. That's what I mean, there's so, and I'm telling you, this Saint Sebastian, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
She
That's
did.
gonna be a household
She
name
did.
one day for a reason.
Yep.
Yep.
Because no child has touched a heart like this kid has. And people can say you can't love him, bullshit. I mean, I can't say that, because I mean, how can you not? I mean, he, I think, has touched every one of us, because there's a reason that all of us are here.
Yep.
And it's not to drag this person, drag that person. It's not. It's supposed to be about him. He's the one that's lost, and he's the one that's getting and remaining lost throughout all of this. So otherwise, everybody continues to stir the shit. He's still no voice, and he's still lost.
Yep. For 7 months.
I know, and I'm telling you, that's why if we could all join, like I'm begging. I mean, I can put out as many flyers. I can put out and go buy signs and more signs and more signs.
Oh, don't cry, Terry Lynn. You
But-
have done incredible. Listen, can't nobody take that from you. You know what you've done.
And it's not about that.
Oh, this shit's gonna get real deep. Get your fucking waders on. You're gonna need them, and probably your helmets and buckle in.
Well, it's not about those things. It's that we've got to get this child. We got to do the right thing. All of this right here, it takes away from him. It really does. When we sit here and we do this, I call it fuckery, and we lie, make these allegations that we've got him this way. Listen, my best friend gave me Sebastian from Little Mermaid because she knew how passionate I was. I don't need to be self-diagnosed by somebody I don't even know. I don't. No, thank you. And I don't need the clickbait little snags of things with anything to do with my name in them. I would be removing them.
Right.
I would be removing those and placing things down as facts.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew Seth Rogers before this, and I never knew Sebastian Rogers.
And if you're scratching your head asking, nonsense, how does this wrap into Nik and Tony and those guys? Just bear with me a minute. You'll see Nik enter the scene here in a moment.
Before this, and I never knew the family for 40 years. Period. The lies have got to stop. Y'all got the wrong one. Right now,
Mhm.
yeah. If y'all want to do something right, get off of your ass and do the right thing.
I like. You want to come back up, reality? Look, I like what Reality Wins has said. Well, I don't like it, but I mean, it's to stress a point. Ask yourselves why. Keep in mind that CP told Dog that Sebastian, he will never find. Well, I think he said he'll never find it.
Where? Oh, on a phone call that magically has never been shown anywhere. That supposedly Chris told Dog the bounty hunter that, but then they claimed that they wouldn't even have communication with him. So how was he told this? But yet they were bitching and moaning because they refused communication with him. Can anybody make that make sense for me?
Bull butter.
Nik was supposedly on the call. Nik, if you're still here, you can attest to that. Nik was supposedly on the call along with Dog and Chris. It was a three-way, and he told him that they would never find him.
You hear me? Nik is no longer in the chat.
Oh, he's not. Okay,
Sorry.
Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry. Really? Nik was on the call too, but magically the call wasn't recorded and there's no proof of that. But the green team just runs with it. Okay.
Terry Lynn, your heart is so pure
mm-hmm.
for Sebastian.
Some would tell you I'm the devil, which and I don't care what people's feelings about me are. My thing is this. I just feel like he continues to get lost and just continues to get lost through this. And it's just like nobody sees it.
Yeah.
They just don't get it or something. I don't know.
Well, I think it's by design. I think they intentionally, or these whole narratives and distractions are being laid out before you to make us lose track of Sebastian.
Absolutely. I mean, but I'm not following, and I'm not falling for. I mean, I'm only one person, and I am thankful for every single soul that come out and join that search. It was good not to be alone. It was, which I don't feel like I'm alone. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have when I take my chat there. All y'all, I call y'all my friends. I feel like I'm not alone. I'm just not alone like that. But it felt really good to not really be alone.
Yeah, it probably.
Your loneliness is not my concern.
I would imagine it puts things in perspective for you, and it makes reality set in when you have a search where people can come out, boots on the ground, and help look in. I can only imagine how surreal that is to actually be there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you've never been there. You've never done anything to assist in the search for Sebastian. But you have used Sebastian's name to join a filing that claims that 2 people, Granny and Barbecue, are impeding the search for a missing child and hindering the plaintiff's abilities. You being one of the fucking plaintiffs, you crazy bitch. Straight up, crazy fucking shit. I hope you're sweating. I hope you realize how deep you are in this fuckery.
Oh yes. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome to actually have humans there. It really was. I mean, it felt amazing to have those people there.
Did you have a good turnout?
Yeah, I think it was. It really was. And it was enough for us. It really was.
That's wonderful.
And it was enough that we could control, what we had. And we're not done. I'm going to do this every weekend. Every weekend, I'm going to do it every weekend. Every weekend.
Good. That's awesome.
I'm going to turn the meeting place will be a little different because, and I don't have the footage of that. If that person wants to turn that footage to whomever, they can. But having that person there that was with us, they did an amazing job as far as making sure that we were protected. And I was like, well, dang, thank you.
Oh,
I was thankful. I was thankful. And we
Terry
did. Yes, ma'am.
There's some of us who have disabilities.
yeah.
I'm elderly. Is there anything, if we came out there, that we could do besides walk the grounds? Would it,
I
me
don't want
coming
y'all
out,
to get- I still
be
want
any
you to get
help?
hurt. I don't want anybody to get hurt. That's my only fear because these are some really treacherous ravines. I mean, when you're looking down, you're looking down.
Well, I can't do that. I mean,
And that's what I'm scared. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
I broke my
don't.
hip about 5 years ago, so I can't walk uneven grounds.
I'm telling you, it's about to get real deep. If you don't like stepping in shit, you might want to buckle out or unlatch your buckle and run now because shit's about to get real deep. Because they even talk about poor Betty needed protection at court.
So, but is there something I can do to bring snacks, bring
I still
water?
got some waters left. Because I was like cramming. I did. I still have some snacks left. I've got to
Yeah.
have
I
a
just-
cooler full of water.
I just wish I could do something.
I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, right
feel
now,
bad.
no, don't.
I know you
don't.
need. I know you need people, and I feel like I'm not giving my
No.
part.
No, and I've said that. If you listen to me, and I did, I said that. Listen, I understand. There are people that cannot do this. There are going to be those people that can't. And that's understandable. I promise you. I appreciate the fact that you just offered that right there. I promise.
Yeah. And then I can tell you what you can do. Because unfortunately, I'm not able to get out there, and I feel the same way as you. I feel like defenseless or like I'm not doing my part. So I go and print flyers. And
Oh, do you now? You do, huh? You do. Right. But she's a plaintiff in a filing that claims that the defendants are impacting their ability and efforts for the search. Okay. All right.
hand them out like
So how would Granny shit talking you impact your ability to print flyers, you fucking dumbass?
when I'm just on simple grocery store trips. They, sometimes people look at you like you're crazy, but for the most part, they're receptive. And I'll walk around and hand them out until they're all gone. Because we don't know.
Sorry, my baseline, my give a fuck's broken. So we're like way beyond my baseline of my give a fuck broken. We're at fuck around and find out to the 10th degree at this point, because the more I read this shit and the more I look at all the fucking confusing things, the more irritated I get. So I guess I have what did LFT say? A rashy butt? Yeah, I might have an itch.
Well, he could be anywhere.
Yeah, I'm scared. I don't
people
want y'all. Yeah, I just, if I could, listen, if there was an ideal command, like little situation center, that'd be different. I'd say, hey, yeah, you can sit here right here. But you know what? At this point, I didn't even feel comfortable in that parking lot. At
Yeah,
all.
I'd be scared sitting at a table by myself.
And I wouldn't want to.
And you guys all go out. Yeah, you guys all go out and search, and here I am sitting at this table by myself.
No,
Yeah.
no. I would. We moved because it was. I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to all that, but we
No,
finally
it's
were able to move. And I was thinking,
Next time
it's
Bullhorn
thankful.
goes up there, like next time she goes up there, I'll tell her to pick my ass up because she only lives like 30 minutes away from me, and when she every time she's driving like on the road and she's filming herself driving, she always like passes right by my house. Right there. I'm gonna tell her next time like, hey, pick me up.
She's nice. I'm shocked.
Who?
I mean, I talked to her today, and I was like,
Who
wow,
are you talking
I thought you were gonna bite my head off.
Who?
Yeah.
No, she
That
was
is
nice.
something we don't have.
She's really nice, you guys. I'm not even kidding.
No,
She's really nice.
But she's just like she gets like not overzealous, but what do you say? I guess overzealous. Like she just
It's
gets
passionate. Yeah, she gets passionate.
Yeah,
I mean, you
passionate.
gotta be passionate. Look at me. I start singing. I mean, I'll just start singing some crazy song.
But to be honest with you, like those, if you have a whole team of people that are pussyfooters or like like not aggressive, not passionate, and they're just like doing the minimum, you're never going to get anything done. You have to have somebody like Betty because that's the person that's going to grab the bull by the horns.
Oh,
I got a, wait, I've got me a, what is that? I got a horn out there. What is that thing called? I've yet to use the damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
A bullhorn?
Hell yeah. You know what? A good friend of mine sent me that and I said, what in the hell am I supposed to do with this?
yeah, everybody needs a Betty out there harassing parents of missing children. Sure, fucking make it make sense.
I've yet to use it. Because my trunk is full.
Put some rhinestones on it like Betty.
I'm not the girl. I ain't putting rhinestones on there. What's wrong with you?
Don't say
I gotta
your
get
trunk
some
is full. If you talk about your trunk is full, they're gonna accuse you of something again.
Oh my, well, fucking no. I mean, I can't even go to the grocery store. I don't have those, be frank. That's one thing I don't have are those vests.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Terry Lynn. Straight up. Send me another fucking privacy complaint and some more fucking faked emails from your weirdo shit. Like you did the first time I reviewed you. Fuck you. I can't even go to the grocery store. Try being the parents of a missing child. That you're out there fucking LARPing around using their let me hit this button before I fucking go off.
That's what you need.
Yes, I didn't think about that right there.
They got some really cute pink. I know, like I'm being all girly, but they have some really cute pink and gray ones. I'm telling you, all the girls be getting them hot pink and gray vests.
You cannot.
Jay, she privacy struck me over a thumbnail with her profile picture from YouTube on there and claimed it was a copyrighted photo. And then when that didn't work and YouTube said no and rejected it, then she went to sending me, in my opinion, it was her, fake emails from people in the 90-day community threatening me. And we were reading them live as they were coming in and cracking the fuck up.
I thought those were super cute.
Yeah, hold on, just I'm listening.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I want to show a little bit of this video. This is from Allegedly Innocent today. She told it like it is, and she went in because these people are laughing at Nik the Hat, and they're laughing at Dog, and they're laughing, not taking this shit seriously. And I learned I didn't even know some of the things that she shared on this. All right, give me just a second, D's Mystery. I'll check it. CB says, notice all the good creators are on your channel tonight. Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Oh yeah, that's what I would call him. Fucking Mensa Panel 101.
Lie. I was a little paranoid. Well, not paranoid, but I was a little. Let me see my phone for a minute. Nervous about this stream because.
Sorry, people. Her definition of words is usually not quite fitting. Good, smart, intelligent wouldn't be words that it would apply, but in Brittany's world, they do.
I was going to tell everybody, where I stand.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody knows. Like they kind of can get the vibe, get the gist of it, and you just follow your heart, which is what you should do. But I'm not going to lie. When you pulled up this video, I had no idea what it was, and I had to put my glasses on because I thought you were about to play that "Eat the Cat," whatever that's.
Oh my God, don't do that. Don't talk about that.
I just want to, can I say something real quick, y'all?
Yeah.
Go.
I just want to, listen, I am going to take off here. I just want to thank everybody that has had my back and has stood behind me, that has spoke up and said things. Thank you too, Brittany. Thank all your mods. And I think we share a lot of the same people for everything. Nothing's gone unnoticed at all. And I appreciate all the support. I really do.
On the same token, Terry, you have not gone unnoticed either.
No,
We love you.
I do appreciate
No, we've all noticed the same spin cycle in parking lots. Thank you for pointing that
this
out.
one before I bounce out of here because I do. This is one of the hardest things right here for me, and it has been. So I don't want to stay up too long. I wanted to come up here and just say what I need to say, and also say thank y'all.
Thank you, and we love you. Lynn, thank you.
And
Good night,
thank
Terry.
you.
Did you guys get anything of substance out of what she just said? Anybody? She just needed to go up there and say what she needed to say. What the fuck did you say? What the fuck did you even accomplish saying? What the fuck were we supposed to get out of that?
Y'all, and I love y'all.
I'm glad to hear you.
I love you.
We were thinking about you last night, so I'm glad you came in.
Yeah, I appreciate every single one of y'all. I really do. I promise you, I love you. And I will be here. I will. I promise I'll be here.
Don't be a stranger over here. We love you over here. Don't.
We
Yeah,
love,
Take care of
love y'all.
yourself,
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
we love
You're
you
strong.
all.
Stay strong.
Stay strong, hugs.
Stay strong.
And Nick just came back. What was the question
Oh.
you had for him, Brittany?
Oh, I completely forgot now.
Babe.
Great.
All right, so I'm going to say this right now because I just got an email.
Oh.
Barbecue lady, you are disgusting.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
And she's using Sebastian's. Hold on a minute. Listen to this. Fundraiser by Barbecue Lady. Stand with Barbecue Lady to raise funds.
Oh.
Hi, friends. I'm Barbecue Lady, and for the past 6 months, I have used my platform to spread positive awareness for missing Tennessee teen Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. But now I'm facing legal litigation.
I do agree with this being fuckery because at this point in time, she had only been sent a cease and desist, but there's that. I still don't think all of the other fuckery, the Rico racketeering shit is appropriate, as you guys know.
Demanding that I stop my efforts to share his story. This legal battle isn't just about me. It's about making sure that people like Sebastian aren't forgotten. I'm committed to standing up against this order so I can continue raising awareness, but the legal fees are more than I can handle alone. That's where I need your help. Your donation will go directly towards my legal costs, allowing me to fight back and continue my work to help bring Sebastian home. No family should.
When are you going to start a fund for legal expenses? Because I'm assuming you're probably going to need one coming up soon. Just my own personal thoughts on the matter. But when is that gonna happen? YouTube Bad Actors, thanks for being a member for 4 months. And Xena with Fire, thank you for being a member for 2 months. YouTube Bad Actors, if I ever make it to your page, please take it easy on me because some of your videos, I fucking laugh so hard. But if I ever find myself, I might cringe. I might cry.
Should feel like they're alone in the
Just
search
joking, I
for a
will.
missing loved one, and no advocate should be silenced for trying to help. Please consider donating to share this campaign, please consider donating or share this campaign. Every contribution makes a difference to keep Sebastian's story alive. Thank you for your support, Barbecue Lady. She's using Sebastian's name to raise funds to fight.
Sounds like she's gonna barbecue her butt.
Defamation.
Wait. She's using Sebastian's name. The fucking irony in this. Oh, September 18th.
That she has spread on multiple people.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Really? Is it illegal? Random says what she's doing is legal.
It is legal. Nick keeps saying she's barbecuing her butt. Nick is
Made
posting.
over $300 so far towards her legal fees.
It's 400 and something right now.
Wow.
It says that she has to raise $25,000.
What?
It can be more
Yep.
than that.
Is she trying to raise 25,000?
Yep.
Yes, that's what someone put in the chat. And I'm sitting here thinking, $25,000. That's a lot of money.
I'm petty and vindictive. Does anybody know her real name? I've been more than happy to call the IRS about some of her trickery.
Oh, not SW saying that she is petty and as real life as you're going. She'll gladly take her real information and call the IRS on her. Well, fuck oh dear, things that don't age well. Ooh,
Yeah, but Nick is
I love this for you guys.
stated that this is criminal. So it's going to be a lot more than 25,000.
She thinks we aren't filing, but we told her to call our lawyers by tomorrow. Wow. I have a feeling she's looking at this as a money.
What lawyers? What lawyers? The lawyer or which lawyer? Because it doesn't seem like you even know who's repping you.
Opportunity.
Hold on, let me play this button because I just feel like I need a break. My head hurts and I think this is fitting.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
A little too ironic, I really do think.
Wow.
Like, I don't want to. I'm not like a vindictive person. Like I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not
like
calling. I don't call
you know-
anything on anybody. I don't do that either.
Yeah, I don't want to like take her business away from her. Like you know what I mean. But
No.
I wish she would just.
Could you
make
just
better
stop?
choices.
Nobody wants to ruin you, lady. But could you just stop?
Oh,
Seriously.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is stop. Just do.
I thought you were telling me to shut up.
No, her.
Nick said,
Yeah, I wish she would just stop without like I hate that. Of course, people are thinking like the worst. Like you're trying to knock some sense into her, but that's not the answer. I don't want to destroy her life, but I just wish she would like why does she have to come in, fuck shit up, and then it's like
Nick said
$25,000. She's raising $25,000 to pay for a
And-
lawyer because of a
Yeah.
problem that she created. So it's like,
Yeah.
if she had never created a problem, she wouldn't need the lawyer, and then she wouldn't need the 25,000. So it's like,
Yeah, and I'm gonna politely ask nobody, y'all please don't let litigation work itself out.
Mhm.
I really am asking everybody, please don't nobody go calling anybody. Don't go, like, let's not do that. Let litigation work itself out. Because I'm like Amy Joe. I don't want to call, like, I'm not down for going and, you know, getting anybody in trouble or costing them their job. It just makes
Oh, you're not. You're not. But not even a month later, you become a plaintiff in a filing against somebody you have a personal vendetta against. You see why I went back and pulled this out and decided to throw it back into play? Because the things that didn't age well.
me feel very uncomfortable. I don't like that. But
These charges that are coming up against her have nothing to do with Sebastian.
Yeah.
It has to do with what she has created for herself.
What charges their rocket scientists reality fucking wins?
Slander, libel, defaming, along those lines. And even grifting.
Where is that criminal, bitch? Let me play you your button because it just constantly fits.
We've got here is failure to communicate.
Please excuse reality. She lives in an altered sense of reality.
well, can we just say how gross it is that you're using Sebastian's name?
Oh, right.
Help, give me money so that I can help bring him home?
Oh,
No.
not the whole quote. You're using Sebastian's name. That we didn't just hear that, did we? We sure as fuck did.
And can I just point out that it's less than 15 hours after she said it she was boasting on Queen Bee's. Do these people that support her know this? Like, bruh, she's on Queen Bee's talking about I could collect 22,000 for lip boards, then I can collect the money to fight this. Right, exactly. Right. All she's got to do is stop bad mouthing. That's it. She is allowed to discuss and spread awareness about Sebastian. She was ordered to stop illegal activity. See, Nick, so technically she's not even being honest in that GoFundMe. They can
What illegal activities? Because no criminal charges have been. None. And I do think it's ironic. And thank you for being a member.
still talk about Sebastian. They just cannot
Oh,
say that Seth gave Terry Lynn
Hey,
pants
honey
and she
badger.
knows it for a fact that was Sebastian. You know, she no longer can do that.
Mohawk, this is a criminal case, not civil, against her.
oh, is it? Is it?
And to be honest, I have full
Things that never were.
faith in Dog's team, Nick, everybody who's working this. That lawyer was spot on today. I would never do anything mean. I was just being a smarty pants.
Being subpoenaed to the back porch. I'll be hanging in.
Nana said she's being subpoenaed to the back porch.
That was cute. I like that, Nana. That was real cute.
Nana got subpoenaed to the back porch. Get yourself to that back porch, girl. Hold on a minute. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you what was said because it's so graphic, but someone just sent me an email, a barbecue lady on Queen Bee's panel, and she's talking about Terry Lynn, right? And she tells, Queen holds like 1,000 in chat. She tells Terry Lynn, I mean, not Terry Lynn, she tells Queen in all of her chat that Terry Lynn, basically, she was at she said some things that should never be made public. And she just blasted her. And I want to mind you, barbecue, like, you are a terrible person. You know what you've done. And I don't understand how someone like you could have things in your past that you have and you continue to bully even after. I will never understand that.
Oh,
Ever. Ever.
okay.
I see you, Nana.
All right.
I don't know anything about her, like her past or anything. Like she just randomly popped up, like did anybody know her before this?
She has a no, I didn't. I'm learning things about her now. Yeah, that's the safest way to say it. She's a very big bully. Massive.
Oh,
No.
Brittany's out here suing the bullies using a missing child's name. They bullied me. I'm going to claim they're involved in RICO and racketeering. Hold my fifis and my Kleenex.
She's responsible for quite a bit of bullying. Exactly, Liza. Be careful with your friends. They could be your enemies tomorrow. That is so freaking true. And that's a lesson that I've learned the hard way on this platform.
Oh, poor.
I learned it in true life. Yep,
I keep my circle small.
I do now. You learn your lesson.
I don't even have a circle. Mine's like a pencil point.
Are you serious? Tay, is she one of those ones that grew on Sebastian? Said she had no followers until Sebastian? So that's absolutely amazing that she can talk about Sebastian. So isn't that like, she's not even being honest with the GoFundMe. Serenity says, I watched her on TikTok in the beginning of Sebastian's case, and she has had Chris Proudfoot's number for months.
This is just rocket science.
Yeah, she is. She said that Chris
Isn't
called
it?
her to make sure that she had made it safe. Hold on.
Oh, how dare Chris call her to make sure she made it safe. What an evil bastard. Straight to jail. Do not collect do not collect 200.
All right. Hold on a minute. Give me just a second.
This is
Hold,
fucking
please.
wild. Wild.
Also seems to be a lot of moles.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Oh,
Dawn, it's crazy. It doesn't add up. None of this adds up, you guys. None of it. But they felt emboldened
I'm
after
glad I never watched anything with Barbecue Lady.
well,
Me
that's about to change because I'm gonna play something. Hold on.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I didn't want everybody to hear this.
You can't tell me for 1 second after Lesniak was on Mr. and Mrs. East that people like BJ, Spanky, and others were emboldened thinking, oh my God, look at this attorney. Look at this attorney. Yeah, go look at your filing. Go actually look at your filing that you're a part of, Brittany. Go look at the exhibits that they submitted on your guys' behalf for this filing. And I hope you're embarrassed. You should be.
I know nothing about her, but I'm sure she knows everything about me.
We both said oh no at the same time. They seem to think they know everything about us, and they don't know jack diddly squat.
Well, I'll tell you now, I'm living the good life.
Well, you live it well.
So be jealous.
I'm jealous.
No, I don't want you to be jealous. I'm talking about the others.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's so gross how they mock Hong.
Oh no.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Listen
no.
to this. I'm gonna put this on the back for a minute. No. I'm playing this because of barbecue. This is Queen. I'm just gonna play. Hold on.
Fair use. Don't forget your fair use.
Yep. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
God. Oh, this is torture.
Just a
I'm
second.
sorry.
Let me play some music. All right. Let's listen. Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm sitting in the chair with the doors behind him. Oh, here it is, right here. I was gonna say, I know they didn't just go back and delete this motherfucker already.
Screen grab that. Well, I don't know
I don't know if they did or they didn't.
we were looking at him representing him, so they very well could be friends.
All right.
They are. That's what I'm saying. They are. They've always been. They all work together. It's a whole thing.
Listen, here's barbecue.
That's why I didn't say allegedly with what I said, because I know this without a doubt. And while it's like,
No, you're playing Granny, dipshit. That's not barbecue.
you know, I mean, yeah, we did just, it's funny because people were like, oh, Hong has a nice house with his $1,000 shoes. The fact of the matter is these people do have the power to fuck with all of us.
Barbecue, what does your C&D specify?
The false claim that I
All right. So they just asked her, barbecue, what does your C&D specify? I want you to hear this, Nick. See if she's being honest, because she doesn't show anything. Okay.
Nixon.
She never
We
shows
did
it.
that.
She just tells. So I want y'all to listen to this. And Nick, if you're here, tell us if this is true. All right. Let me slow it down. All right. Hold on. Here we go.
In the cemetery, walking with this $1,000 shoes.
threatened
What does your C&D specify?
the false claim that I threatened Dog the Bounty Hunter, and now he doesn't want to go to search.
What?
What?
Can you show?
Okay. Nick, does does her C&D claim that she threatened Dog and now Dog doesn't want to go search? That's what she's claiming.
I'm gonna laugh now. Okay, you say so.
Bonnie
Okay,
M,
bye.
thank you so much, Bonnie, for $2 super chat. She says, I've had my eyes opened. Me too, girl. Me too. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Oh, can you? Can you? Because this is actually what the cease and desist said. It's part of the exhibits right here. The threats and harassment that your actions have incited have directly hindered the search by forcing the postponement of critical travel for Dwayne Dog Chapman, who resides in Florida. These threats violate 18 PACS in Pennsylvania, Tennessee, New York, Florida. They also breach federal law. If these threats were aimed at intimidating or scaring off participants, you are also liable under 18 PACS. Intimidation of a witness or victims, interference by commerce by threats or violence. That's barbecue's actual C&D. That's a part of the exhibits, according to what they put in them.
I can see all obstacles in my way.
Can you?
All right.
You
No?
walked right into
Okay,
it.
I'll stop. Let me see. Dog afraid. See? What is happening? I don't know. I don't know. Like, because I mean, there could be something that she said that was like, I don't know. I'm wondering if there was something.
Brittany, think about that. Think about that.
She
Let me
incited
listen.
people to threaten him, and it postponed travel by a week or two. Okay.
Wait, did she incite people to threaten him, or did she make a direct threat to him? There's a difference. It says the threats and harassment that your actions have incited have directly hindered the search. Who did she incite? Her audience? Is that what you're trying to say here, Nick?
There you go.
What did Dog do for a living?
Right.
Come on. Him afraid? Get real.
Oh.
So it says she incited people to threaten him, and it postponed travel by a week or two. So she incited people to threaten him? See, I don't watch her to know what she does. Wow.
Wow.
I don't either.
Did I do that?
Now, if she threatened and incited that, that's a crime. But Dog is not afraid to go searching. He's not afraid of anybody, but that right there is criminal.
Oh, criminal again.
Yeah.
Criminal.
Butterfly kisses. Thank you for your support.
All these criminal acts according to reality.
Or she says, Big Dog is not afraid. Big
No,
Dog.
but if somebody is threatening you, you're gonna get your lawyer to put out letters to let them know that this isn't gonna happen.
We know she's not. No, she's not helping at all.
It's not her. Wait a minute.
He's saying it's not her, that it was she incited hate against him that caused the delay. I get it.
Oh, you get it, huh? What do you get about this? Let's look at that again and see his response here. Let's look at Nick's again.
Kisses.
Because the C&D right here says the threats and harassments that your actions have incited have directly hindered the search by forcing the postponement of critical travel for Dwayne Dog Chapman, who resides in Florida. And not only that, but the actual filing, the complaint. Give me 1 second. The complaint says that, as set forth below, defendants, Barbecue and Granny, have engaged in reckless and unlawful actions, including the dissemination of false information, harassment, threats, and interference, which have severely disrupted the search operations. Defendants' actions have caused significant harm, diverted critical resources, and impeded plaintiffs' lawful efforts to locate Sebastian. So, what are you about to say here? Do it again.
Thank you for your support. She says, Big Dog is not afraid. Big
No,
Dog.
but if somebody is threatening you, you're gonna get your lawyer to put out letters to let them know that this isn't gonna happen.
It's not her though, Nik says. It's not her.
It's not her. Wait a minute.
He's
I'm
saying
reading
it's
that.
not her, that it was she incited hate against him that caused.
Who exactly did she incite if it's not her or her fans? Who did she incite then, BJ? Can you enlighten us? Because I would love to know, because the complaint says otherwise. So can you let us know?
The delay. I get it. So he's not scared of barbecue lady. He is going. It took time away. And hey, if she's inciting hate,
BJ's just fucking making up a story to go along with whatever Nik puts in the chat. Do you guys understand that? This is how she became a useful idiot. And yep, part of the team. She'll go along and build a narrative off of anything he puts in there. Fucking idiot.
or inciting, harassment, that's a problem.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
But who did she incite?
What's this?
Wait, what?
Sorry.
What?
I've
never heard from anybody.
There's a bunch of stuff. In a nutshell, without reading it all.
Not that he has 24 people there. I love how they think we're joking. 24 people where? Lurking in the bushes alongside the cameras that don't exist? My bushes are trimmed at all times. I don't have to worry about cameras being hidden in my bushes. Thank you very much.
Because I'm mentally exhausted from this shit. It's fucking petty as hell.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think barbecue lady sees this as a grift. I really do. I think she sees this as a grift. Nik says he has 24 people there. Okay. Dog already has a team. I love how they think that we're joking. Nik says. And then Nik says, yes, you're right, Britt. Okay. So yeah, it's not that Dog is afraid of barbecue. She's incited harassment, and you got to think about
who did she incite there. Can you fucking finalize a thought? I know it's hard. No, most of the time you're falling asleep, but can you finish a thought here? Because who did she incite? Nik flat out said in your chat that not her or her fans. So who is she inciting?
About it. Dog is a high profile individual.
Oh yeah, real high profile.
So let's talk about Betty.
Let's talk about Betty, shall we?
They had to guard her when she went to court. Because
they had to guard Betty like the fucking national treasure that she is. They had to guard Betty. What the hell is wrong with people that believe this shit? They had to guard Betty.
Don't know.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You just don't know what somebody will do. See, this is the problem with this platform and people on this platform.
Tell us why.
They have managed to not demonetize, Lord have mercy, demonize people and
really?
dehumanize people.
Dehumanized and what is it? Dehumanized and some fucking other bullshittery words. They're her reasons for joining the filing.
To the point where empathy is lost.
Oh.
See, Tony said, yes, we did. They had to guard her. Empathy is lost.
Oh, BJ is earning her spot on that filing in this stream right here. This is how they said, yep, check, idiot. Perfect. Sign her up. She won't read shit, and she'll just go along with whatever we say. Check. Useful idiot joining the team.
On this platform. And create.
Guess what, BJ? This might be the first test that you actually aced in your entire life. Kudos to you. You actually aced the test of becoming a useful idiot for the team in this stream here. They were testing you and you fell right into it and said, sign me up. It's free, bitches.
Creators have to be responsible because you don't know what crazy person may be listening to you when you might say something out of pure anger.
Kind of like what is being done to the parents of a missing child by inciting people's audiences that to think that they can go kick in somebody's door and do a citizen's arrest.
They may take whatever you say as hardcore fact and go and retaliate against the person that you said it against. And so then you have somebody like Dog the Bounty Hunter. And look, we don't know what happened to Sebastian. God forbid. But what if it was something nefarious? You just don't know what you're getting yourself into when you step into a situation like that. Terry said her tires have been slashed. Her car's been keyed. Nick says the injunction is scary. If I were to get one, I wouldn't play with it. Mm-mm. Nick says she could avoid the courts if she just ends the drama, but she wants to choose drama or she won't be paid. That's the best explanation, in my opinion. Right, because I want everybody to remember, write it down. Write it down. When you see her parade on these platforms, or anybody else that might get one, that tries to tell you that they can't talk about Sebastian, it's not true. It's not true. All they basically are telling her is stop slandering. Stop slandering.
Oh, by the way, BJ just said she wouldn't play with the injunction. Meanwhile, then she becomes a plaintiff in the injunction. Say it ain't so.
Slandering. Stop defaming people. Stop inciting all of this drama and this hate, making it an unsafe environment for the searchers. That has nothing to do with going live and talking about the facts of the case.
Making it an unsafe environment for the searchers.
Unlike what is being done to Betty, where they're actually trying to take Betty's speech. No one's speech is being violated here.
Oh.
Mr. and Mrs. E verified and clarified this today.
Oh, did they?
Okay, I'm a proponent of freedom of speech, just like any.
Are you? You're. Oh, you guys see why I went back to this? BJ, you're welcome. What the fuck? What is like exactly Wheelby? That's exactly it. People are like, you put so much work into this. No, I just let her talk. I seriously just have dumb luck of finding some of the best moments of her looking stupid, which is pretty much in every stream. But like, what?
Anybody else? It's not about taking your speech. Those C and D's are simply telling you.
Hold please. Let me I'll play this while I scroll. Give me a second.
Stop saying that Seth Rogers gave Terry Lynn Sebastian's pants to hide when it's not true.
Oh.
Keep up the chatter just put in there. She said that allegedly with Brittany J was encouraging her chat to turn in her GoFundMe.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Absolutely.
No, I did not.
I was here. I just reading, just reading the chat.
She's a proponent of free speech. Meanwhile, in her part of the filing, it says, Defendant Granny's acknowledgement of her involvement in a coordinated retaliatory effort against BJ and her associates further highlights the presence of an enterprise engaging in racketeering activity. Defendant Granny states, quote, then I'm going to fucking be, and I'm going to do to you every single thing that you and your fucking YouTube associates do to me and mine, end quote. But she's a proponent of free speech. Huh. Oh, another one. Defendant Granny attempts to downplay her actions by stating, quote, Playing your own words isn't harassing and bullying. You know what harassing and bullying is? Question mark. First off, we're adults. End quote. Defendant Granny also targeted Brittany J by spreading false and inflammatory narratives implying that Brittany J neglects or abuses her own children. Quote, you won't find bags under my kids' eyes. You won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled standing up. End quote. But you're a proponent of free speech. Say it ain't so. Carry on, you dumb hoe.
Yep, another lie.
Okay, I'm going to. No, you're not going to do that to me, Miss Barbecue Lady.
And by the way, for anybody that didn't know, that was from the complaint. That's actually the court documents that are filed. This is filed in court. This is not. The exhibits are not, but this is.
Nope. See, look at this. Look at her. Girl, you already have a freaking, you literally have a C&D for lying, and then you're going to go over there and lie on me. I said nobody do anything. Let litigation handle it. Did I not?
You did.
Exactly what you said.
Wow. Can somebody please go over there and tell them that Brittany did not say that?
I'm not allowed over there. It can't be me.
God, this is embarrassing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, truly unbelievable is right. Should be embarrassed.
Oh my God, gross. Don't tell me that. I'm going to throw up. Does TikTok end January 25th?
It sure does.
What are we going to do?
Oh, I don't want any of that. Wow. I don't do TikTok. It's not, I don't like it. She's a TikToker and she absolutely needs to stop lying on me. Barbecue Lady, you need to stop lying on me. Nobody.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, BJ. Yeah, by the way, I did verify with the clerk that the exhibits are not filed. There is no USB drive or electronic submission. I don't suggest people call and overwhelm the clerk, but I am in Jane Doe. Thank you, Body. I've never once thought that they were filed, but I appreciate you confirming that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Betty being the national treasure. Fucking monument that needs taken down.
Body has encouraged anybody to go take your GoFundMe down. I said it's gross that you're using Sebastian's name for a GoFundMe when you're not even bound from talking about him. Love you, Brittany, and Sebastian. Love you too, Brittany. Yes, I don't do dirty shit, so she needs to stop.
Cat girl, we're not lying on anybody. They're lying on her.
All right, Cat girl, or if anybody's coming over here from because I expect them to come over here, I need you to go back about 15 minutes and do your own research and listen to my words. Nobody has encouraged anybody to go take her or to go report her GoFundMe. Nobody. I don't do that. What is wrong with these people?
Sebastian Strong.
Oh, I'm telling you, the TikTok people need to know that over here we don't just throw out baseless allegations as fact. It's a different world.
Oh, is it now?
I don't see that she's live.
Oh, such as you're so scared for your life, you need cameras. Did you get those cameras up yet? I'm asking for me.
What in the world? Burnt her meat and now her whole smoker is on fire. Trolls need to focus on getting some water to put out that instead of trolling. Crystal, somebody said, is she not live?
I said that. I'm sorry. I can't find her live, so I don't know where it is. You said Queen Bee.
No,
right,
Barbecue Lady.
Oh,
it's on
live on her TikTok.
I'm not in TikTok, so I don't know.
So why is TikTok ending?
You lost?
It's eyeboshing it.
She's live talking about putting up billboards. Well, if there's anybody here who supports her, can you please go tell her that I'm not telling anybody to report her GoFundMe? I don't care that enough to do that, and I just don't roll like that. So That's all. That's it. I mean, because if she's really worried about that, there's no need in her worrying about that. Ain't nobody doing that.
You just said earlier,
This
I
is
don't want anybody reporting her.
No, I don't like that kind of.
No.
She's doing her blip boards. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. Hold on one second. I do want to. All right. Here, let's finish playing this.
My interference in the case has forced the quote agency to divert resources from searching for Sebastian. That my threats and harassment have directly hindered the search and postponement of critical travel for Dwayne Dog Chapman. That I incited the public in flooding the Pennsylvania Board of Parole with false reports. That I recklessly disseminated false information.
Wait, did she have people call the Pennsylvania Board of Parole?
Listen
Quite a
to
few
the
people did.
upcoming.
What, trying to get Nick in trouble?
Yeah, isn't that low?
Come on, guys. Why? All right. Can I ask why we're trying to ruin people's lives?
Oh,
Why?
really?
Because you don't like somebody on this platform?
Oh,
Are we for real? There's not anybody on this platform I hate enough to try to put them in jail.
oh.
Give me a second, y'all. Can y'all talk for a minute?
One of my Clipper friends. I'm sure you'll want that. Let me replay that once again. Maybe it's just for me because I enjoy listening to her make herself out to be an idiot that she is. Let's see. Let's play it again. Meanwhile, after the filing came down, then her and her panel were telling people if you continue to talk about it, you could go to jail for 20 years. Okay.
Quite a few people did.
What, trying to get Nick in trouble?
Yeah, isn't that low?
Come on, guys. Why? All right. Can I ask why we're trying to ruin people's lives? Why? Because you don't like somebody on this platform? Are we for real? There's not anybody on this platform I hate enough to try to put them in jail.
Oh, really?
Nobody. Give me a second, y'all. Can y'all talk for a minute?
Huh. Another thing that didn't age well, isn't it ironic?
So, barbecue ladies from Pennsylvania? Is that correct?
Not sure.
Yeah, I asked Nick, but I got out of chat and I don't know if he answered me.
Yeah, and then PJ mentioned that Dolly called his parole officer also. So I have no respect for Dolly.
Wait, is that true? Did Dolly actually call? Did reality get that right? And now is it Nick that's a mod of his? Couldn't be.
I mean, I'm kind of confused. What did you mean by that? Dolly called his parole
Many-
officer?
Yes, many have called his parole officer, and that would include Dolly, because PJ said that he did.
Oh,
She admitted
reality.
to it.
Where's the proof?
I don't know. I guess I lost it there. Who's calling whose parole officer?
Oh,
Dolly called Nick's parole officer
Oh, okay.
because people seem to not want him out here, and he hasn't set foot out in Tennessee yet. And that was said by the attorney today that he hasn't even been here yet. So how is he doing a parole violation? He hasn't.
Nick and Dog are not out there, but they have their people there, and they're not going to say where they are.
That's correct.
Yep.
I remind you, I am writing this declaration not as a lawyer or someone engaged in a legal dispute, but as a mother and a human being who has endured unimaginable pain, fear, and suffering due to relentless harassment and defamation perpetrated by Granny, along with her friends, followers, and cult-like network. What they have done is torn apart not just my professional life, but my personal life as a mother, a daughter, and a person who values kindness, honesty, and peace. She values kindness, honesty, and peace. Don't forget that. Hold on. They're still there.
Are you still in here?
That's not what was said a week ago.
I'm here.
Okay.
I am here.
Hello.
How'd you guys all lose your pictures?
I don't know.
Is mine gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
my
going to
favorite
fast
gamer
forward it.
because-
We'll fast forward it.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I've seen you on camera.
No,
like
I'm not kidding. I'm 60 years old, lady.
Oh, that couldn't be Tony in there saying C and D there. Your face is away. Nick, C and D. So anybody that thinks that Tony might not be okay with what Nick is doing or was doing or had a part there's your answer. Nick, C and D, your face is away. Really? Really now.
I'm telling you the truth.
I've seen you on camera. I mean, like, granted, not real close up, but I couldn't. Nick, see, indeed, your face is away. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Did you see what Tony put?
Yeah, I see.
What'd you say, Brittany? Take your link out of chat. What?
Yeah, they say that, and then they're saying check your email.
What link?
Oh Lord, why is all hell breaking
I
loose?
didn't put any links in chat. What are you talking about?
Listen, we
I don't
can't all
think
just be okay for like 5-10 minutes. All hell has to keep breaking loose every time. No, jeez.
So I guess I'm a boomer.
Give me a little bit and I'll check my email. I'm not able to get to it just yet. What
I mean, I have to tell you, I'm still wearing jeans from high school.
Wow.
My bell bottoms. My bell bottoms.
what link are y'all talking about?
Were you born in '64, Esteb?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I don't know when the cutoff is. I think it's like maybe you might be like right on the cusp, like right on the line between Boomer and Gen. What is it? Gen X. It's Gen X. Gen Z is Gen Z. I think it's the little kids, like the teenagers nowadays.
I just know I'm about
Okay, they're saying, hold on a second. They're saying read Nick's comments and then read what? She has a burglary record? Whoa, go back and read that, Brittany.
Lord have mercy.
Well, everybody has a record. Everybody going back into
don't.
people. Well, I don't, but
I've never
I
been
don't
in
either.
trouble.
I don't either, but I'm just saying a lot of YouTubers have records. Not everybody, but a lot of YouTubers have records. And I'm not going to go into their past and look into their records. Sorry, Nick, but
Wait, not defamation. Could that be what this is? Could that be what this is? Let's pull this. Let me pull the chat up there for you guys. Here you go.
I don't want to do it.
No, and it you can have. It doesn't matter like what
You might not see Tony or Nick. Oh, you can still see Nick's comments here on the screen. You might not be able to see Tony's because he has me blocked.
your record is. I don't even
because he's a bitch.
Want to look into that until after a while. Like if I've given you a chance to prove yourself and you're a good person, and you haven't done anything like malicious, then I have no need. So like if you do it right off the bat, you could like skew your first impression of somebody, But if you just wait and give them a chance, then see how they do. And then if they start doing weird stuff to make you side-eye them, then yeah, obviously then you can have a reason to look into something. But
I don't
like
like
the dog
either.
I hate that dog pile. Every time somebody new comes in, it's a dog pile every single time. If that's one thing that this case has taught us, at least me, that's one thing that I'm going to take away from this case is like, stop being so quick to dogpile on somebody and, follow the crowd, because they could just, it's better to be objective always.
Excuse me? I beg your pardon? Clue gave a link for barbecue to come up on your panel?
Oh my God, no. Not the link to a StreamYard panel. Oh, call the cops.
Whoa.
Fucking whoa.
I'm 90% positive.
We've already been there. We've done that. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Reality is about to melt.
I don't really see the purpose. We don't really have anything to talk about. I mean,
No, we don't.
like last time we wanted to clarify the Terry Lynn thing, but now I don't see what's she gonna do? Come up here and say, hey, how are you? I don't really have anything to talk to her about.
I'm about to make me a cuffed and stuffed button. Everybody's going to jail. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
I mean, if she wants to come in and clarify that you did not incite a mob, then I guess that's fine. But other than that,
I'm gonna be honest, and I don't normally cuss, but I don't want to put up with no more shit show tonight. To be honest.
Neither do I. I mean, I would strongly appreciate not having her presence, but yeah, I'm not.
Is Brett here yet?
I don't know where she is.
She's just taking.
I think she said hold on.
She said hold on. She's just taking a siesta. She'll be back momentarily.
I want to know why everybody's picture's gone but Britt and I.
You what? Oh,
I want to know why all your pictures are gone except Britt and I.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, all of them are gone except Brittany's right now.
No, mine's still out there.
No, it's weird. And then all of a sudden tonight, my microphone is not super loud, is it?
You're fine.
It's
you're
weird because
perfect.
I think that's just how StreamYard is. It's like usually it picks me and it like amplifies my voice 10 times louder than
Nick says, who knows what she'll say, but tell her to call the lawyer instead tomorrow.
anybody else is. And I don't want that. It's embarrassing. I don't want my voice blasting.
Oh, she's
Okay,
back.
well, I'm gonna tell you guys that I love you all. And
You going to bed?
I have
I love you all.
felt really crappy all day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been sick too. I get it.
So I
Oh
just
my God,
don't-
I hope you don't have that damn cold that I had. That sucked so bad.
I don't know. It feels like a big flu, and so I just thought maybe if I went to bed at a reasonable hour, I'd be okay.
Shut up, you idiots.
Yeah, just sleep as much as you can because that's what
Well,
I
it
end up
can't hurt
doing.
to get some rest.
Drink lots of fluids. Flush it out.
Been doing that, but I appreciate you guys all and keep up the good fight.
Always.
And Terry Lynn, I know you're still listening, so young lady, you keep being
Keep up the good fight.
strong, and you keep being you. You're
Ma'am, do I need to remind you who you are? You paid for your wrenches in BJ's channel when she started going for T-Rev, your buddy over there, that you also paid for a wrench. And, you know, you throw money so you get noticed, and then you try to claim that you're the best mod in YouTube. I mod for your claim to fame is, look at me, I'm on to all these big creators, and I go along with any fuckery that they say. And I take panel and make an ass out of myself quite often.
Hey, I got one more thing. Do you have any zinc in your house?
don't.
No, that's the best thing. When I start to feel sick, I take zinc and it goes away.
We
It builds your immune system.
I might do that.
We're definitely in a cultly, 100% straight up cult. I don't know who the leader is. I'm not charismatic enough. That's for fucking sure. No cult leader here. Grew up in one. Definitely don't have the personality.
19 test in the morning if I still feel like this. I have too many elderly people around that I can't get sick.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
you get
too many
better.
what? I have elderly people around me. My mom is 90.
Enter channel name here. What's your real name? So does that make you a bitch? Well, 100% I'm always a bitch because you blocked me on my real profile page the very first time I said something and hurt your feelings. Chances are you never hurt my feelings because I don't even know who you are. But tell me what your real profile is, and I don't even know if I got the opportunity of blocking you or not, or one of the mods did. So please enlighten us. But yeah, bitch is probably one of the nicer things I've been called. 100%. Hurt Fifi's very unlikely.
Oh. And so I can't expose her. Or at least I'm afraid to.
Right. I get it.
Let us know how you feel tomorrow.
I will. You'll know. I just
Granny,
woke up
you're the
feeling
chosen
poopy and
one.
thought, okay, it'll get better as the day goes on. No.
Do you remember what date that happened where they reached out and said she was the chosen one? Do you remember the date of that?
And I'm never cold and I'm never chilled and I've been freezing all day with socks on. And it's 100 out. So that's me.
That sounds like the same thing I just got over. Like it started out as like a little bit of like a sore throat, like back where like your tonsils are. It was like sore.
Yes.
And then the next day I was just like really out of.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nick's in here like riling them up and they're all like talking
You
about
know what I
all
mean?
this other
And the only
shit.
reason why they're doing it is because they're getting that kickback. They're getting that feedback from the chat, and the chat's like hungry for it. They want more and
Oh, let's back that up a little bit because that might be enlightening there. Let's see.
go over everything we have, and that's all. I mean, that's fine. That's innocent. But as far as like making it a goal, because what ends up happening is that it starts out at like a level 3, and then once they get comfortable and like with the chat and seeing how many people they can get, joining in with that rhetoric. Once that happens, then they just turn up the volume, and pretty soon it's really ugly what's going on. You know what I mean? And the only reason why they're doing it is because they're getting that kickback, they're getting that feedback from the chat, and the chat's like hungry for it. They want more and more of that drama. And if you're not careful, you're gonna end up getting caught up in something, and then hopefully look at themselves doing it and be like, man,
If you're not careful, you're gonna end up getting caught up in something like you got your buddy over here. You bragged so openly about having her give Nick a second chance.
I shouldn't do that.
Regina was never a mod of mine. Regina can say whatever she wants to say. She was never a mod of mine.
Who's
I'm
Regina?
gonna get what? What's Regina gonna do?
Is she in chat?
I'm so confused.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm getting emails. Apparently, Regina is over there saying I'm gonna get it too, and that she was a mod of mine. I never modded. Did I ever mod Regina?
Did that person tell me?
Make sure folks, she was my mod. She was never a mod of mine.
Revival. Do you remember who hurt my? Oh, you might be gone because you have a Pika Chico. Any of my mods in here? Who hurt my feelings? Who could that be? I don't even know who that could be. I don't know. Chances are. I love how they always do that. Like enter channel name here, and then they won't say shit. It's like, tell me who you are.
Boston, did I ever give Regina a wrench? I'm pretty certain that that Regina was never a mod of mine. So if she's saying that, that's not true.
Carolyn Moon said, Regina a mod? Not in my lifetime.
What is she talking about? I'm going to get. Said I'm going to get it too. And then they're over there saying that the C and Ds are fake. Nick, they're saying the C and Ds are fake, according to these emails I got. And then, hold on.
several people say the C&Ds are not good. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I'm not worried about them people.
No. Don't.
What time is the coffin dapper thing tomorrow?
It's Friday.
Oh.
Tomorrow is court TV.
All right, I got the C&D. I don't want to show it because I don't want to dox anybody. Thank you to the person that sent me this. Who's this? Bree. Let me see. I'm gonna read it, but I'm not gonna show it because it's got, I don't want to dox anybody. It says, please be advised that I represent ATNight Media, a Pennsylvania limited liability corporation in connection with the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Age 15, under the agency's agreement, I also represent Dwayne Dog Chapman, Nicholas, I like you, Nick, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to say Hat, Hong, Seth Rogers, Tony L. Mathis, national spokesperson for Mr. Rogers, and all interest related to the ongoing search for Mr.
Alma, no, you didn't. You truly didn't. I didn't even know what you had said. You apologized, and I accepted it, but I didn't even know. I'm just trying to think of who was under that channel that they've been in here a few times and said some weird shit. That's why it's even given me like a second thought of who it is. You guys get the gist here of how ironic this is, but this is to me when she became part of the team. I'm going to go back to this though. Give me 1 second because I want to play some more of this. Because I do find this to be interesting as fuck, what happened in this timeline of things. Betty goes to court on the 9th of September. Mr. E does this on the 12th. And then next thing we know, they've got C&Ds going out to people. Hold on. Let's go back to this.
It's not
important.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
But anyway, so we just kind of suspected that.
So after this is the 12th of September. So Betty goes to court the 9th. The 12th, they come out, talk about who Nik the Hat actually is. Then the C&Ds get sent the 16th. Then we have this privated or on members only stream from the E's on the 18th. Why do you need a fixer? Why do you need a fixer for a missing child?
Hello.
I will never understand this. And you can't undo the things that BJ said in her stream and what Nik was saying in the chat. There's so many of these, but I genuinely believe that's the stream where she opened the door for Nik to say, oh yeah, this is perfect.
But anyway, it was just a speculation, because your mind goes wild with this stuff,
But whoever it is putting up a good
Have a
sum
great
of
night,
money to
Revival.
get, Dog involved and Nik involved and
Auntie, they're saying that you might be muted.
I'm not muted. If they
Oh,
can
you
hear
are.
me, I'm not
You're muted.
I can't hear you.
You'll have to unplug your microphone and plug it back in. You did something.
Or they're saying they can hear it, but we can't.
We're going to speed them up.
Okay, can you guys?
This time frame in September bothers me though. Again, just to put it back into play, they sent a cease and desist to Cluminati and Barbecue Lady, not Granny. They also filled out these filings that are in the exhibits of these court filings that were nothing was ever done with them. And now we have months later, Granny, again, here is, and this one's against Barbecue Lady, in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. I'll pull it back. Give me 1 second. How did we get here and why? This is the defendants, or the plaintiffs, excuse me. And at this point in time, this filing was supposed to be filed solely against Barbecue, and there's one separately for Cluminati. The 16th and 17th of September. The 18th, Lesniak comes on stream. That stream is now privated. What was going on that they needed a fixer for? Because it's not a missing child's case. And as you know, this is also one that has Lesniak. It's not dated. Lesniak's signature in ink pen, it looks like. And co-counsel, Mr. Chapman and Mr. Hat, Bruce Castor. I don't know how people can make this make sense in their heads. I'm struggling with this.
Hear me now?
We can hear the E's now.
You can't hear me? I can hear you guys, and everybody else can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
There's been some wonky stuff going on with StreamYard and YouTube lately. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I guess I just had to go out. I was trying so hard to tell you guys. And
How did we get stuck in the loop of a bad fucking a bad cycle of misinformation?
now a billionaire. And I also thought about her funding. Is she does a lot of philanthropic work, and I thought she could have possibly, with that connection, been a benefactor in that money as well. So there's
Pen, the one of Mr. and Mrs. E with Lesniak on. I don't think I do. I actually, hold on. Let me go look. Let me go look at my loader. Oops. If I just blanked out, hold on. Let me go look and see. I might actually. Now that you asked me that, give me a second. I'll play this while I go look.
there's other connections that may not necessarily be.
She might be that silent partner in their company.
Yeah, she is a billionaire. That's hard to believe, but she is a billionaire.
How did she become a billionaire? What would have done that for her?
She has done a lot of stuff with the Food Network and working with a lot of stars, and then I mean she's got the show now that she's on. But I was like shocked. I'm like, she's a billionaire, but they said that she has built an empire.
Wow. Okay.
And I was not aware.
Well,
Hey,
maybe
good for
it's
her.
Maybe it's her.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would, oh my goodness. Saltwater
do.
Revival gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let's see. And if you guys got a free membership, make sure to thank Saltwater Revival. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
I do.
Since we're at a breaking, can I go ahead and do it real quick? Okay.
Pen, I have it. I just realized it. Hold on. Let me open it. I do have it though. Oh shit. Hold on. Sorry, I'm freezing myself up over here. Give me a second.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's
so
so
funny
sweet.
that they could hear me and you guys couldn't, and I was just talking away.
Well, you're probably talking over me. So I'm just kidding.
I was trying. I kept trying. And I was like,
that was also for Lady Tit for Tat for earlier. Thank you so much. I didn't want to interrupt him again. And then for those of you who are new, welcome to Mr. E's Crime Dogs. And we became Crime Dogs because back in the old days when we had hardly anybody watching, our awesome moderator K-Mac saw our dogs because they used to fight behind us on our because we used to do it in our extra bedroom, and our dogs used to fight, so she would call them Crime Dogs. So anyway,
and that's another good point C-Star made. It could be someone that just supports autism and wanted to know, like someone famous that supports autism that has put up some money too. So that's a good idea as well.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot.
it could be anybody that is touched by this and just wants to bring him home. And I think it's wonderful. Whoever did it, thank you. I can't thank him enough. I think it's great. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go back into your research. He's worked on this.
Well, that's okay. That was the.
Here we go. I got you. Oh, I might only have 8 minutes of it. Wait, do I only have 8 minutes of it?
Evel. I think I misread that as a V as the.
Do I only have the end of it?
Well,
Tony, at least when Tony.
Hold on, let me go back and see. I have something here, but let me try it again.
Hardest part of the research part of it for me was.
And I have to step away anyway because it's time to put.
Because of it.
I'll be back.
Is there anything else that we didn't hear from you that you were trying to say?
No, but someone dreaming of blue skies in Sandy Beach says that Selena owns Rare Beauty, which is a big cosmetic brand, a big beauty brand. So that that's a huge market. So I can see that. Plus, like I said, I know she does a lot with the Food Network, and of course, she has a great acting and singing career. I mean, she pretty much does it all. But I know it was so shocking to believe. But yeah, I just read that the other day about her being a billionaire. Somebody said Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll. He's a great guy too.
No, there's really no way to know. It was just that the Miley Cyrus thing. It clicked with us that just the timing of how that whole Lore Lodge thing went. Then they were sending that stuff to TBI and the FBI, and it was just 2 or 3 weeks later that the word comes out, and then a few days. It just seemed like there was a pattern there with the Cyrus situation, because it really, like Mrs. E was saying last live we did, this whole thing started ramping up around Lore Lodge because it had kind of started to taper off with interest in new news and all of that. One of the things I just wanted to say on Nik, how I'm going to approach him going forward is I'll watch the live streams, but I'm not looking for hard facts from Nik, because I don't think he's really talking to us. Like, I don't think he's trying to give us news. I think Nik really is talking to the suspects. So I think that's the message he's sending out there. I mean, we can watch, but I think when you watch it, don't think he's trying to inform us really of anything that's going on. I would look at it more like the message he's trying to deliver.
Pen, do you have it loaded to YouTube already? If you do, I would love it because I'll have to load this one. If you have it loaded and can email it over to me, and if you don't mind I play it, that would be great. Jay, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but I sent that to Granny. Hopefully she'll see it and send it over to you too if you need that link for the deleted stream or edited stream of BJ's.
To the people that they think are involved. Are you going to speak about kind of what's happened today as well?
Yeah, we'll have to get into this also. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, so
no rush, Pen. I can do that another one. I just want to remember what was even in there.
Wait, where do we start? Because we start a little bit with Bullhorn Betty's aspect of it. Yeah, I might wait for Mrs. E to come back because she'll pull up all the
this
screenshots.
Is so weird to me.
Well, I can go through some of the things people are saying in the chat. Graham said Hong was the guy on Nick's stream earlier today. Sounded like he did work with Nick on previous cases, but I don't know much more about him. I did see that when Nick was walking around with his tape on his mouth. I did see that.
I'm pulling up their website, that One World Media. He's listed on here.
YouTube Bad Actors Peak is pretty amazing.
I can't find it at the moment, but he's like chief executive of some type of.
Are you doing the ATNight or are you doing the Win World? Here you go. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. Hong.
Okay.
I know he was listed on the site somewhere as having a role, but when I did research on him, I really couldn't find anything on him. I typed in his word everywhere I could think with different, with ATNight and with One World, and nothing was coming up. But then I guess that was the guy on the video today. And
Kim, I've actually had people email me that know people that know them, and unfortunately, we can't get people on camera to verify that, but it's very highly unlikely that that association is what a lot of people have said.
From what I understand, he's more like a social media kind of guy.
You know what? Maybe some things are not on here anymore.
It might have been in one of their press releases or something.
I do too, Lee the Bee. That's a great.
But yeah, we found all of their.
But he's listed in the same place that Andrew Wyatt was listed.
I will have to find it in a second. I'm doing something. So here.
Lisa B always says Nick is talking to.
Can anybody tell me this? You heard him say that he's just going to be careful, basically. How are we still here? Yeah, Hazel Eyes, they still are around. They had a family issue that they needed to tend to, a medical situation going on with one of their loved ones, which I wish them the best for. I had a lot of hope for these people. I'll be honest. I thought they were your local decent human beings. How they got so wrapped up and entangled with the likes of Tony, Nick, and the rest of them is beyond me. It really is. I really thought that they were going to be able to navigate their way out of it. I really had hope that they could see the light and navigate away from it. And obviously they haven't.
To people that know, in my opinion. And the Real Me Too says he definitely is speaking to the suspects. And Peaceful Warrior said he's putting pressure on. And I think that is definitely what we're seeing. But now he has been stifled to a degree.
Maybe. So that's kind of the thing. I don't know. He might play games at times.
Oh, and Annie has a good point too.
Does anyone know what crisis actors are? Please Google them and see if he is one of them. I do know what they are, and they have been used in the past. Are you saying that Nick has been one in the past?
She's saying see if he is one.
Oh, I see.
How do you do all this research and come to all of this knowledge and then still think, well, yeah, they might be a crisis actor? Oh, I've about had all I can take today, truly.
I don't know. I mean,
It's 1-1.
Yeah, I know that they exist. That they are a real thing. It's crazy if you ever look into that topic, but they have been used in the past. But I think he's a. He has a history that I was able to track back to at least 2014, working these articles, and he's not just stepped in at this point. He is a real person that has a real history. So it wasn't easy to find him actually. It took me a while to really.
Jay for Justice, are you still in here? If you are, I have a shit ton of things unlisted live streams that have been removed if you need any of those, especially a lot of BJ's because she has the tendency of yanking them, so I always download first.
Really get a lot of these articles, and like the Sylvester Stallone thing was hard to find.
If there's
a lot of the celebrity connections, so it took me a bit because everything was really wanting to be about his criminal history. So to find his anything outside of that was kind of difficult. C. Taylor says Hong worked with him on Danilo Cavalcante and Zimmerman. Hong usually does the camera work. Okay, so they're like friends and work associates that way.
Yeah. I went to find that link for you today and I was like, holy shit, there's just piles of fucking bullshit that I have saved. and downloaded for no
I
reason.
had looked at the media of that part of his work because it was so recent. Sharon Marlowe, thank you so much, Sharon. How many will walk with taped mouths behind it? So, okay, that to me was brilliant PR. It was absolutely brilliant to have, so you have the guy. So I don't even know if it's real. I don't know if he has an actual gag order, if there's a real protective order. It could all be just like fake news. I have no idea. But
well, the attorney did come out with a statement.
He did, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I want things verified. So he's still a little bit of a wild card to me. So I'll give it the couple of days kind of rule to see what the truth of all of these allegations are. The stuff with the U.S. Marshals, and there's a lot of things in there that I can't verify. So I'm going to still treat him like we do any other reporter out there or any other YouTuber. If I can't verify somewhere else, it's a big maybe, especially with someone that I'm so new to. So I'm going to be very cautious with anything he says. But to me, there's always these different.
So are you being cautious of like who's representing them? Have you been able to figure out who's representing them, Castor or Lesniak or both? Or have you been able to navigate any of this mystery?
Levels of the gamesmanship. And there's a PR war that I have said for a while that the family has been losing terribly for the last week. And so whether it's even true or not that he's got this protective order and can't talk or whatever, if he's exaggerating it or whatever it is, that image of him walking behind his friend who's doing the talking for him with that piece of tape across his mouth is brilliant. It makes the suspects look,
even more suspect.
More suspect. It makes them look ridiculous.
It's fucking brilliant that these two LARPers were walking through a cemetery and Nik was following Hong around off his leash with a piece of tape on his mouth. It's fucking brilliant. Brilliant, I tell you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it does.
Look, like they don't believe in free speech and they want to muzzle their critics or anyone that points the finger at them, which is what they look like already anyway. But that image, people will remember that months from now. If they forget every other detail, people are not going to forget that taped mouth walking behind Hong. And I know they got all kinds of stuff wrong, facts and all that. I don't even think it matters. I think they're there to poke and irritate and agitate. And they're trying.
They're paid agitators, but Mr. E, tell me why. Why do you need paid agitators and a fixer in a missing child's case? This is the part that the team is not understanding. You're smart enough not to join a filing. I know for a fact if you would have been approached, you would have been like, absolutely not. No, not happening. So tell me why this is a good idea, because it's not helping law enforcement. It's definitely not helping law enforcement. So how? We're almost done, you guys. I can't take much more of the buffoonery today. I usually have more in me, and today I'm tapped out.
Trying to get a reaction from the people they view as being suspects, I think is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're doing a really good job at it. And I would say that the people we're all thinking of are probably not that hard to frustrate and irritate and make fly off the handle. So it's going to be that part of it is very interesting. But for me, as far as things they say, when they release information, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, maybe it's a game.
Well,
maybe it's a game. There's a child missing
on with a lot of this stuff with all these people.
This infuriates me so much. These people are willing to just overlook everything. Just Jake, right here. Let me show you. Seven days ago. They did a stream. If you didn't watch it, you'll be very clear of where they came back and where they align. And they've been in the chats of all of their other ones, but you can watch that if you'd like to. 7 days ago, they came back and made their stance very clear.
And their lawyers
and Graham's kind of reiterating what you're saying. If you want to read his comment.
Sure. I'm wondering exactly what was behind it. He wants us to think he's being silenced, but is he really? And if so, that should raise major red flags.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and he could be. I mean, he has. The thing is, he's been convicted for some pretty serious fraud, identity theft kind of things in the past. So, even if he's on our, even if he's doing good work by trying to bring Sebastian home or find some justice for him through somewhat kind of unorthodox, back alley kind of means, dark web kind of stuff. I think he said that in one of the articles I read. Even if he's doing good.
Just Jake, yes, you're correct. Though they were offline for a little while. And unfortunately, it wasn't due from them having to step away from this case. They had a family emergency. And again, I wish them nothing but the best for their loved one who was going through medical issues. That has nothing to do with any of this. I don't want anybody in the position they are in at all. In fact, I got accused of attacking them. Playing their content is never going to be an attack. People need to fucking wake the fuck up. playing their content in their own words back is never going to be an attack. We're looking at the time frame of things. These live streams, this happened. Betty's Court was the 9th. This live stream happened the 12th, the 18th, or the 16th. Nik and team start sending out cease and desist. The 18th, they have Lesniak on panel. The 18th, we hear BJ and Terry Lynn being foolish. It's about the timeline of things. What was going on at the end of August, beginning of September, that Seth and Tony thought, yes, perfect time to hire Nik the Hat and ATNight Media, who is known to be fixers for scandals, especially scandals that involve SA allegations. That is what they have done in the past. You can go find it for yourself. What do these people and their attorneys have anything to do with a missing child? They don't. But that's what we're looking at here. That's why we're back in time. And we have also been looking at all of the fucking stupid exhibits. You guys, the exhibits, like,
good work, but just kind of that shady investigator work. It doesn't mean that he might go across a line somewhere, into that unlawful space, and because he has done that before.
No. Just Jake, I know you're not mad. I was just explaining what we're doing, so it makes sense because you said you just came in. So I was just explaining why I'm going over this and why I'm trying to figure out like what is happening, what was happening August and September, what was needed, because in May, end of April, beginning of May, Tony gets brought in as a spokesperson. So what changed that Tony wasn't sufficient in representing Seth Rogers? Was it the panel that happened at the end of July? That was the date 6/28 where he went on BJ's and shit erupted. What was the purpose of bringing Nik and Dog in? That's what I'm trying. I don't understand why you would ever, with a missing child, reach out to the likes of people who are known to come in and fix scandals and involving other things, not missing children. Something isn't adding up here, and I don't have an answer, and it's really bothersome.
So we should always kind of keep that in mind. It's been pretty recent, so it's not like he's had a long history of rehabilitation that way. So kind of trust but verify. Maybe if you want to go that way, I might be more like verify then trust myself. I'll be cautious, but the big picture, I think he's a net positive, even if I don't necessarily take everything he says at face value. I'll be very hesitant to just, I'll basically.
Cupcake today's live stream was, I was looking into the exhibits that we stumbled upon yesterday when I was looking through stuff, and things were standing out to me about dates and the people that they were originally going after, being Barbecue and Clue, and all these filings that were in these exhibits. I've read them all multiple times, but there's things when you read 300 and some pages, your brain overloads and you forget certain things or you overlook certain things. So I've gone back and looked at some of them publicly with you guys, and some of the things that are standing out in the date and time frame order of it, just none of it makes sense. But this stumbling into the live stream of BJ's was just by coincidence. I didn't even remember this happened.
We'll have to just fact check everything he says if we think relevant or important. But again, that's really how we treat everybody. Anyway, but I think it's a very good sign that this is a real investigation, that Dog is actually coming, that there is some form of work happening. I don't think they come here for free. I don't think Dog works for free. I don't think Nik works for free, or his friend, or whoever else is behind the scenes. I'm sure they've got people that do other kind of work that we may never see. One of the things I heard a lot the last few days was, that Dog the bounty hunter was just here for the money, which blows my mind that people, because he's a lifelong bounty hunter.
Right.
It is literally in his.
Let me also remind you of this. I think I can show this. This is supposedly the agreement. This is in their exhibits. So let me show you this. I'm going to pass through that. So this is from One World. This is Exhibit 20. This is the letter of engagement between Seth Rogers and ATNight, or One World Media. So let me go down here. So scope of engagement. Let me share this tab instead. Scope of engagement. 1.1, commencement of services. ATNight shall commence its investigative services on September 5th, 2024, with an anticipated Completion date 6 months thereafter. ATNight will utilize its rapid response RRT to allocate additional resources at the start of the investigation to expedite the gathering of critical information. ATNight will assist in the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers and facilitate the arrest and prosecution of the individuals responsible for his disappearance. This collaboration is contingent upon Seth Rogers' full and continued cooperation, which he has already demonstrated. ATNight will operate independently from law enforcement, applying its own rigorous protocols and scrutinizing all persons of interest equally. Information will be shared with federal law enforcement officials in real time, ensuring a cohesive and transparent flow of actionable intelligence throughout the investigation. The agency will advocate for the client in a quasi-judicial proceeding before any board or commission required under Tennessee or federal law, and further in public in the media as needed. ATNight will also represent the client personally before the governor of Tennessee should such advocacy become necessary. Mr. Hong and corporate counsel will conduct any required negotiations with Tennessee officials to achieve the mission without, I'm going to fucking butcher that, it's adversarial situations if possible. Fees. This is a pro bono representation in keeping with ATNight's policy of representing deserving clients at no charge for agency services. Hong and Alexander Charles Swanson have reviewed this case with corporate counsel and found the client's position to have merit and deems the client himself worthy of consideration. Need I remind you, it says that they were retained by a private citizen out of Brentwood, Tennessee in the complaint. You see why I'm confused on all this shit? All right. ATNight will provide its services at no charge as part of the agency's commitment to public service and community responsibility. This engagement includes costs incurred for third-party services such as forensic analysis and other expenses directly related to the operation, aside from travel, in the event an impromptu appearance is requested, which shall be covered by the client unless otherwise waived by ATNight. Additional representation terms, right to terminate. The client retains the right to terminate ATNight services at any time upon prior written notice. Similarly, ATNight reserves the right to terminate its professional relationship with the client at any time within the bounds of its ethical obligations and legal responsibilities. ATNight will treat all information related to the client's case with the utmost confidentiality, although certain aspects of the representation, such as filing before boards or commissions, may become publicly known. The client may choose to make ATNight's representation publicly known at his discretion. ATNight will not disclose the client's name on its website or widely distributed marketing materials without the client's explicit permission. However, ATNight may from time to time reference the public representation and confidential disclosures of its attorney's relevant experience to other clients and potential clients. During the course of the representation, ATNight will maintain a file containing records, documents, and materials pertaining to the client's matter, the client file. This may include correspondence, reports, transcripts, exhibits, and other relevant documents. The client file is the property of the client. In addition, ATNight may retain documents reflecting attorney's notes, investigative notes, drafts, work product, or mental impressions as part of its internal records. Not all material is accessible to the client as it belongs exclusively to the agency. Upon conclusion of the representation or termination of this agreement, the client's redacted file will be made available to the client upon request. ATNight will retain copies of the file for its records in accordance with applicable laws and ethical standards. This agreement shall be governed and construed in accordance with laws in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania without regard to conflicts of law principles. This agreement constitutes the entire agreement between parties and supersedes all prior understandings, agreements, and representations, whether oral, written, or relating to the subject matter hereof. Any amendments to this agreement must be in writing and signed by both parties. For any correspondence, please direct your inquiries to One World Pennsylvania Legal Representative at the address below. And then the interesting part is that it's signed by Seth Rogers on September 13th, 2024. So why 4 days after Betty's court appearance is Seth Rogers signing an agreement with ATNight Media? Why 4 days after Betty's court appearance? Why the day after Mr. E does a deep dive on Nik the Hat are they signing an agreement? And why is the company Rogers Homestead of Family Values on this agreement? Anybody? Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? And haven't we hit 6 months? September, October. Oh my God, do we only have to wait till March if their agreement's up in 6 months? Please. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Penny emailed me the link. Thank you so much. I'll play that in another one. Thank you so much. You didn't need to do it right away, but I really appreciate that. Because he was being vindictive. He said it. He said his people can't talk and speak free, then he'll shut everyone down. Remember, moderator, he said, if they shut my people down, you'll hear me roar or some bullshit like that. And then he stormed out of the courtroom. Pen, thank you so much. I don't understand this, you guys. I just don't. And it makes me feel we're missing something way deeper here. Who would do this? Your child is missing, right? Your child is missing. Granted, he's vulnerable. I will give that. I will say that he has absolutely been exploited by people like Nik, but he is allowed, and you cannot forget, he runs the show. He is in charge. So he is willfully allowed people like ATNight to exploit him and his missing son.
Title that he has always worked for money.
He probably is the most famous bounty hunter ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's nothing wrong with earning a living and doing good things at the same time. I mean,
and I know he's caught over 10.
We're missing something because this isn't an agency that deals with missing children. They've never, Dog the Bounty Hunter has never been involved in any missing children's cases. He did his little stunt with the Gabby Petito thing, trying to find Brian Laundrie. And then he was talked about Kylie Rodney with TMZ. Nope. Snowflake's my nightmare. I disagree with you. I think both things can always remain true. If they can't, then I don't know how we are here. He has willingly allowed it, and he has also made the decisions. Both things are true. Both things are true, because you can take the parents out and look at the timeline of the creators getting involved in the narratives that they're doing and take the parents completely out, and it was already a shit show with narratives being created and stories being told targeting the parents in different directions. That's the first week of March. Yeah. Both things are true, unfortunately, in this situation. And then he has found people that are willing to push the envelope. Why, though? Why?
10,000 criminals. And brought, I mean, he's pretty good at his job.
Yeah. I mean, think of like 10,000 fugitives that he's brought in. How many lives has he potentially saved if they had not, or how many, drug dealers and all these kind of, wretched people. And, but of course he's made a living doing it, and there's nothing.
Somebody says it's a pre-game before big players come in. It's a game of cat and mouse, a boiling pot. Okay, let's say that they want law enforcement. Is this a public? Okay, hear me out for a minute. Let me take this off the screen, and then I'm going to end it here. I agree with you. Let's say that they're building a circumstantial case. We've heard Betty talk about it, and we've heard other quote unquote team members talk about circumstantial cases in Tennessee and what it takes to build a circumstantial case. I have said for the longest time that is what I think they're doing. I think the fact that they are swaying public perception and public opinion has to do with they are trying to force law enforcement and push law enforcement to build a circumstantial case against Katie and Chris. I think they are using the public perception to sway that narrative. And I think that they hope it will taint a jury pool potentially if, in fact, they can ever get a circumstantial case built by law enforcement. What do you think about that? Tell me your thoughts. I genuinely think that they are trying to force law enforcement to build a circumstantial case. And I think they are trying to sway public perception. And I also think there's a revenge aspect of this too. I think they're hoping for it. I genuinely think. they're hoping for. It's terrifying. Screenshot this. It's absolutely terrifying. But there is no other reason why you hire a company that's involved in typical celebrity or political scandals. There is nothing else unless you are trying to sway public perception or opinion about something. And you are not calling people that are involved in usually SA claims. You are not doing any of that unless you are trying to do. I don't know what else it could be, and I could be completely wrong, but to me, this is a public perception game. This is about optics. It always has been about optics to me. And I think that they genuinely are trying to push the public to believe that there is more evidence. I think that's why they are trying to use Vinny, Nancy, all of the people to sway public perception. I don't know. I can't think of what else this could be. Maybe I'm missing something so far, which is very likely because there's just too many pieces to follow and I don't know any of these people. But from my perception, what I'm seeing, I don't fucking know what else could be going on. And the only reason to sway public perception in this is it possible Sebastian did something to another. And that's what CP meant when he said, if people find out, they won't search for him then at night. But that doesn't, again, that doesn't make sense though. That doesn't make sense because they're not protecting Sebastian's dignity whatsoever. If we're thinking about at night, they are using Sebastian's dignity to discredit anybody that comes at Seth. It is not about protecting Sebastian or the dignity of Sebastian in my opinion. Sassy, that was response to you. And I know that Lauren Conlon said some horrific things on her podcast. Duchess told me about it the other day. I haven't seen that one yet. So I do plan on reviewing that, but yep, pineapple. Yeah. Or pine needle. I always do that to you. Yeah. Tebow, it's the same political extremism, high powered religious groups, all of that stuff. It's the same type of playbook. Yeah. They're not but if you think about it, they're not, in my opinion. Now tell me if you guys feel differently, but they are not protecting Sebastian's dignity. This company is not interested in protecting Sebastian's dignity or the privacy of a minor. Not at all. They are in it to protect their client, who would be Seth. I still think they're connected, Akira. I still think JLR and Nik are connected. Oh, you're here too, Pineapple. I hope you're doing well, Pineapple. Yeah, I don't think they can either, but I don't know. I wouldn't think law enforcement would agree. Body agree. And so then I'm like, what are they protecting Seth from? Why does Seth need a company like this unless it's just the opportunity to, I don't know. Absolutely, SS. There's a super long history with a lot of these characters, a really, really long history with their alignments with some of these people. And are they amping up because their contract is only 6 months? Could that be it too? I don't know. I don't know. It's like 4chan made it out of the basement. Meg. Revenge. Yeah, if they are working pro bono, well, leave the be. Here's my theory on that. So if you go back to like the Tim Ballard connection, right? Tim Ballard, everybody thinks he's this hero of human trafficking victims and all that stuff. That whole thing started with him taking B-roll footage in hopes to get a reality show that documented and followed their humanitarian efforts, when really you had a bunch of wealthy white men, typically most of them from Utah, a lot of them Mormon. Again, nothing against Mormons, it's just what it is, that would fly into other countries and film footage. And then they are made out to be national treasures of the human trafficking when they did more harm to the overall bringing human trafficking down, because there were a bunch of wealthy white men going into other countries, flying first class on donors' dimes to go have some sex workers. And then his alignments with Sean Reyes, who was the Attorney General of Utah at the time, who stepped down. And Tim Ballard was going to run for Senate until a lot of this shit got exposed. We've seen playbooks like this, people using humanitarian efforts, like good, moral, upstanding causes such as missing children, human trafficking. And you can tell me until you're blue in the face that Tim Ballard's a hero. I'll tell you he's a fucking creep. I lived in Utah as this all went down. I will tell you over and over again, he's a fucking creep. Period, point blank, end of story. And y'all were duped and lied to. But their foundation, Operation Underground Railroad, raked in millions of dollars. He was removed from the board of his own Operation Underground Railroad. And he was aligned with the likes of Glenn Beck, Tony Robbins, a lot of high influential people. I've documented a shit ton of that stuff. I've read through all the filings and everything that went on there. Sure does, NJ. Were they hoping for the next Sound of Freedom part 3? Oh, and there's connections that connect to associates of some of these people to other people in Utah too, which is crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. If you don't believe me, I've done a whole breakdown of the court documents from Ballard and some of that stuff that's going on about a year ago. Generally 100% because it's where we're at. Yeah, yes, he did, Bobby. Oh, yeah, he did. It does, Jay. Yeah, this has got more. And again, when I say that this isn't your typical like conservative versus liberal, these are extremisms. These are extremisms on like these belief systems. These are not your typical. And when people want to stray away from politics and religion, you can't, because they go hand in hand with this type of. This is QAnon. This is Pizzagate without a basement, right? Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. I don't know what we're missing here. And I keep racking my brain trying to figure out what are we missing? Like there's something that we're missing. There is something here that is right in front of our faces and none of us are seeing it yet. And I think we're all there. Like we all realize this is so much deeper than what we are realizing, but people are getting sucked in and people's real lives are being impacted for a shit show of a game. And there is a child missing. There is a child. Absolutely. Rubber Ramada. Absolutely. Yeah. Generally. Oof. Yeah. Getting a child. Well, Sunday, if you take it back, when I first started covering when Dog got involved, Dog has now, he's got a dog cast, but he goes on all of these really extremist religious podcasts. That's where you can find him recently. He's doing appearances at churches and using the whole religious shtick, which, okay, fine, whatever. Do you believe whatever you want to believe? People change. Okay. But he also wanted to be the border czar. Like that was he was all hell bent, and he still posts a lot of that shit because we're seeing the street view and not the Google Maps. That's very true. Oh no, T, agree with you. I don't believe the orchestrators believe it, just like Alex Jones. I know Kyle and I talk about this shit all the time. Kyle, like you should hear Kyle and I get into these like cult discussions about extremism and stuff like that. Like we talk a lot about this shit like all the time. Like it's something very intriguing to me. And by the way, if you take offense to, somebody took offense to something I said about Trump yesterday. I don't even think I called him the orange man yesterday. I really genuinely don't think I even did that yesterday. I mean, the dude's got an orange spray tan. Okay. Stop fucking lying. Don't lie to yourself or me, but don't come in my comments and say my comments about Trump yesterday were uncalled for and you're unsubbing. Okay. Fucking don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. First of all. Secondly, I didn't even make any digs at the orange man. Leave me be. Okay. I say this shit to my Trump supporting friends. They still love me. You don't have to. Get gone. But I didn't even say shit. I was like, what the hell? I did say, I could really hurt your feelings if you're that sensitive. I was like, well, challenge accepted. I could do that if you want me to. I've been real silent lately on a lot of shit that I've been itching to talk about. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. See, Kimberly still loves me. Kimberly's sat in here. She likes Trump. I don't like Trump, and we can still coexist, and she's okay with me. She knows I just talk a lot of shit. You saw that comment? I don't either. Body, I do not believe, and let me say that very publicly again. I've said it over and over again, but I don't want anybody to get twisted up. This is why I don't think that Seth is involved in Sebastian's disappearance. Could I be absolutely asinine for believing that? Yeah. But I do not believe that Seth, Katie, or Chris at this point in time, with what we know, are involved in his disappearance. Do I find it interesting that Katie was the last person with him? Yes. Do I have a lot of questions? Absolutely. But they're not for me to answer. Law enforcement will hopefully eventually do that, provide answers, and hopefully Sebastian will be found, and that will be it. But I don't. A pretty hate machine. I love it. Ah, pineapple. And not only that. Ugh. Yeah. Oh. Absolutely, Body. I've never thought, I genuinely don't have any indication. And this is why people ask me all the time, who do I think did something? And I say, I have no idea. I have no idea. You're welcome, Sasha. I know I didn't give you guys any answers because I just wanted to walk you guys through this with where I'm at. Like, I don't know what, but these are questions I can't answer. Granny was asking them too. But then you put the filing into play. Like, we know you can't walk away from this live stream and say, yep, it makes sense why they went after Granny. It doesn't make sense. There is nothing here that will ever make sense of why they used Granny except for the need for a location in Pennsylvania. She wasn't even a part of any of this clusterfuck. You see what they're saying, all of it. Yes, there are two separate different things, and I've been trying to say that too, Body. The filing is solely using Sebastian's name for an ulterior motive by Nik and the team. Sebastian being missing is a completely different situation, and these things have nothing to do with each other except for the name that they use to throw the filing in there. Sienna, totally understand that. Totally understand that. Kenna, thank you for being a member. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here and let you guys go for the evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry, we don't have any, I don't have any conclusion to wrap this up in a pretty little bow of saying, here it is. This doesn't make sense, but you can see the movements. Think about these movements in September. They don't make sense because tell me that this company is going to come in defending Betty. Why would they come in defending Betty? A lot of people have told me they came in to make a mess out of because Betty. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. JLR and Nik were buddies, not Betty and Nik. Body, I agree. I'm going to keep going back and digging through time frames and stuff like that. I also want to know, that's what I was trying to ask in Granny's today, is when was the first time Nik appeared in her chat? When was that? Because I'm assuming it was probably after September 18th. All right, you guys. I will see you guys. Right, SS, right. Oh, shit, babe. Babe, get out of the comment section. Go troll your Twitter buddies. Not your Twitter buddies. Go troll your TikTok buddies, babe. Now I'm going to get called a flaming liberal again because Kyle's in the comment section. Oh. Body, that would, if there's a way, that would be amazing to figure out when he started fucking with her, because I would bet money on it. It's after the 18th. I'm a blame. I get called that all the time, and I'm like, whatever. Pretty hate machine, thank you. Yes, T. I know. Okay, I gotta go. All right, I will see you guys very soon. Have a great night, babe. Are you home? Where are you at work still? First of all, tell me where you're at. Yeah, they're waiting for a Scuba Steve review. You've got 5 of them to do. Bye, Duchess. Where are you, man? Right, Chico? If you owe me $400, guess what? Don't act like you can't type now, mofo. You've been in here typing. Just joking. All right, bye. I'll call him. Okay, fine. Bye.